Jay?
Recording is live.
So he's ready to go.
Someone else, but I realize that's everybody at this point. Excellent. So, last we left off, the party had successfully navigated through the dungeon. Successfully, you managed to meet with the... Actually, do we have music going or not?
We do not.
We do not.
If it was up, I hadn't joined the activity, so I couldn't have told you anyway. There we go.
Yeah, I completely forgot. I was busy making pizzas.
That's all right. It happens.
Alright,
It happens.
yeah.
What is my dog doing?
He's doing the
Just
best.
making sure he's not trying to burn the house down. Yep, so the party had made their way through Dreamer's Folly. After navigating the various turning rooms of the dungeon, they decided to leave Tulamine behind with the rest
Wherever
of the
they
party.
may be now.
Yeah. After which, the party encountered the lovely Satyr Beatming, who, being the understudy of Professor and Gildelayet, had a lot to say about the history of, but mostly the Great Tree, as well as the rest of Chupavar and Corrin as a whole, as well as the royal family, before finally advising them to step into the large glowing portal in the middle of the room, stating that they would pop out at a different ley line, or at a ley line. The party doing so also did not take the spell book that they were sent to retrieve, and upon teleporting to their new location, saw a strange sight of all of the leaders of the various nations having a civil meeting until an old drow appeared, and everyone except for Jay's character, who I'm forgetting the name of currently. Let me get my character name list. Guy managed to see
man.
eventually everyone slipping away out into the night. As the cold air embraces you, you are greeted with a absolutely stunning sight. Despite still being covered in darkness, still unable to see the sky despite being in the night air, you can see before you a giant ring which stands above, supported by various pillars peeking out of this massive city below you. Off in the distance, you can see some absolutely gargantuan walls, and for those that have been here before, and I know at least Philomene and I'm not sure if Galanek would have been here, but most of those that would have
we discussed that I haven't been in this city, but I've been through this area.
Yeah.
I think is what we agreed upon.
Regardless the size of these walls, for those that have been at least near the central area of the entire area of Ophmund, would know that this is Strigadel.
Yeah.
As for where you are now, I would love some sort of input, Ollie. Do you think you would have been in the upper ring of Strigadel?
You mean?
Yeah.
Where would a visiting mage college?
Likely, at least the upper ring. The mage college is in the upper ring.
Cool. So I think it would make sense for me to have, yeah.
I think I agree as well. So, having been here before, you would recognize that the upper ring of Strigadel as a whole is a melting pot of cultures.
Yep.
Pretty much the best of everything is here. In terms of the types of buildings, it's a mix, it's a matched variety, but everything is brought together in a beautiful coalescence of everything else below it. What you would know of the upper ring is this is a place for nobles, nobility, knights, politicians, that sort of thing, all reside up in the upper ring. Having been here before, you would also know without a check that the most regal and prominent part is the spire, which you cannot currently see,
Okay.
which is a large towering tower that sits smack bang in the middle of Strickadel. Other
Is it
than that-
unusual that we can't see it?
Roll me a intelligence check.
Sure. Just flat intelligence?
Flat intelligence.
17 plus 5 is 22.
22. Yeah, you probably can't see it because it's probably right behind you.
Oh, okay.
As
And
in,
there's like a
you
wall
climbed out
behind
from like the under recesses of the tower, and you're still like under one of the various outcroppings that sit near its base.
Crazy.
So with that, you would assume as well, with the various leaders of the nations you saw prior, that that was likely the interior of this massive tower. Which makes a lot of sense why you can't see it now. You're pretty much back to it. You'd also know that how Strigudel functions is they
And it's
have
called the spire, sorry.
the spire, yes. So besides the spire and the upper ring of the city, there are then the lower quarters. The lower quarters are separated into 6 different halls, each owned by specific nations. In this sense, each one brings most of the best their country has to offer to Strigudel, not necessarily without any of the worser aspects, which are refined before getting into the upper ring. For this city of cities, each of these areas act as a small little microcosm of the cultures and people and aspects of these nations.
Is it like there's like a Chupavara town and a Nikavar town?
Effectively, but they just call it the Green District.
Oh, very cool.
And that's the same for each one, named after the color of their appropriate dragons.
And I'm
You have the
assuming
red,
that the center is not like that. It's
correct.
the lower areas that are like that.
I have a little diagram that I did not get the time to make into a proper thing. Let's see if the camera focuses.
It's so cute.
Oh,
So
beautiful.
the center would be the spire. It's reversed, but you can see that it would be.
It's not reversed for us.
Oh, excellent.
Yeah, it's flipped.
Cool.
Correct.
Yeah,
It's reversed to the notes on the back side of the paper that we can't quite read.
excellent. So each one of those would be the various districts that allows like more formal structures there. You would also finally know that there is the exterior of Strigudel, which is kind of the countryside around it. So the lower districts and the exterior are actually still separated by another giant wall. But this is more where a lot of the, say, farming and then importing and exporting of goods is actually performed.
Okay.
And then, with all of this jumbling around in your head, you hear a rumble. At this point, Guy, having finally caught up, you kind of squirm out of the hole that everyone has just absolutely dragged themselves through, and you can hear this rumbling.
Can I add some flavor to this, please?
Absolutely.
At first, you probably wouldn't see Guy. but
Remember, it's
rather-
like an hour crawl.
Yeah.
No, I'm aware. You wouldn't see Guy at first. You just see like bits of his armor coming through, as eventually this gray amorphous blob with all of his armor laid on top of him comes sliding out. And as he gets closer, you know how Minecraft skin
I
textures.
fireball the slime. It's clearly a slime that killed Guy. I fireball it.
You know how in Minecraft skin textures you like have the flat pack versus the actual block. The flat pack version of Guy's head is rested somewhere along this blob.
Huh.
I'm with Matt. I definitely attack the slime.
Yeah, roll to
like-
attack.
The slime beheaded guy.
Yeah, clearly, and our friend. Like,
I would be
obviously.
like, no,
Percy?
don't do
You
that.
don't have to eat that. Come to Dad. Come to Daddy. Come here. Let's show everyone on the camera you. Come here. Come here. That's not coming here. That's just eating your bed in here.
I would try stop you, but with words.
Percy, come.
I know Guy can take a hit or two.
Percy. Come here. Come to Daddy.
Why are we stopping? The slime killed our friend.
No, I did not. And you watch as the amorphous blob lifts up into a more humanoid shape, with
Well, now
his
it's just
head
taking the form of Guy. He's
attached.
kind of fucked up.
No, it is Guy.
I've seen a play like this once.
What was the play?
Something like I think it was like something about a thing. I think.
the thing. I've
Ah,
seen it
yes.
too.
Oh, I have heard no such tale. No, I promise you, it is me. It is me. Let me just. And he watches the armor just like moves around his body, like gliding until it sits into place, where you would expect it to sit. And he then puts his helmet back on.
Yes. Oh.
So, do you remember when I said that there was a rule I would be breaking? It's the use of magics to manipulate or beguile others, including the use of appearance-altering spells.
It's sort of
Oh.
Guy's whole thing.
Right. Well, we're not there anymore, so it doesn't matter.
Yes,
We're somewhere completely different now.
much. Well, I was going to say safer, but
No,
not after what I just saw. I don't think.
Caleb's here. Hello, Caleb, who is muted.
Oh, what the fuck?
I'm not here. I'm just here, but not here. I won't be here for long as well.
And exactly what did you say?
All of the leaders of the countries around the place, when that impossibly old drow came in, they were surrounded by this thick shadow, and every single one of the leaders bowed to them. Which leads
Okay.
me to believe that they're not in charge at all.
Well, that's a very big conspiracy that I want nothing to do with. You know, dealing with world leaders is a little out of my pay grade.
For sure. You sure they didn't see you? Sounds kind of important.
Someone saw me, but they
I
didn't
feel this
see
would be
me.
fresh in your mind. Do you want me to remind you who saw you?
I believe it was the drow.
Two people saw you.
Yeah, it was
Oh.
the drow and like one of the. It was like a female. One of the.
It was a
female
female.
leaders.
That is correct,
it was,
Matt.
It was
Thank
one of the
you.
female. It was one of the female leaders.
For a bit of clarification, it would have been a tan skinned female, wearing
You can't just say woman.
fine silks.
No. And what was
I
the
can
gender
also
of
say woman. That is true, Ollie.
What
Thank
was the
you.
gender of the drow again?
Male,
Wood.
as far as you could tell.
Did you say wood, Josh?
You know,
The drow or the woman?
Possibly old drow man.
It's the
he knows what he's
drow,
doing.
the drow gentleman and a tan-skinned female.
History checks, everyone.
Great.
I have
think
advantage.
Did I?
Oh, you already made one.
So
Yeah.
good at these. Let's go.
Josh, you would have advantage.
Yay!
Oh. That's actually not terrible.
Success, man.
I got a 16. Galanek got
History, you
16 on his
said?
history.
Yes.
I also got a 16.
Excellent.
Hey.
Ollie?
One baby.
Nat 1.
I'm probably freaking out over
The fact that anyone saw Guy at all.
over Guy being now embroiled in a fucking scandal.
Excellent.
A political nightmare.
Of course you're a fucking ooze, man, you son of a bitch.
Hey, I wanted to play one for ages.
Hang on, I need to find the name. I wrote it down somewhere.
They play like what you're supposed to be playing in the system challenge. Difficulty level impossible. Play as an adventurer? Nah, ooze. Vampire? Nah, human being. Or werewolf. Fucking hunter? Nah.
Okay. So for anyone that got more than a 10,
Yay!
No!
Ollie, does that include you?
I got a 1.
Oh, I see.
1 plus what? Does he have a plus
1
9?
1 plus 7. But
Almost!
Yeah, so everyone that got above a 10, you would recognize this as the leader of Bohabban, Lady Sotha.
Mohabbat.
Oh, you're
For quicker clarification, people are still
there.
learning which factions are which. This is the desert. For anyone that got above a 15, you would know that there is a very, very unique thing about Lady Sotha. She is the only remaining hero from the people that slayed the dragons that is still alive. It is believed that she achieved some sort of immortality either before or after killing the dragons.
Yeah.
So who was the leader of Bohabban?
Lady Sotha.
Lady Sofa.
How do you spell?
Sotha.
Yes, Sofa. Not the couch.
Yeah, I was thinking.
Not a couch, no.
Look at the
Not
name
Lady
after
Couch.
I heard someone say
Okay,
sofa, so I figured I'd
Sofa.
Lady
put that
Couch,
in the bud. Lady
still
Couch.
alive from
I don't
when
like
we
that,
routed
actually.
fight.
Retcon time. Let's go.
Love
I said I
Lady
don't
Couch.
like that, not I do like that.
He's gonna retcon so her name was never Lady
Alive.
Sofa.
Excellent.
But yes,
I should've-
they only spotted me as I was in my more amorphous form, so it should be difficult to recognize.
You mean your amorphous form that has your armor?
I left my armor in the cell. Was it a cell? Wherever it was where we began.
It was a vent.
It's like a little small cave.
In the little small cave.
Good to see you thinking with your head.
Technically,
Well,
the thought
without
of
it-
me.
I was about to say, I'm pretty sure it's the only thing he has, based on what we just saw.
Stop doing that. So yes, as you're now having this conversation, the rumbling is getting louder and louder and louder.
Where's the source of the rumbling again?
Above you.
Usually the walls.
That's a good
Well,
reference.
Either way, I think I say we forget we ever saw that and move on with our lives. In agreement?
Either way,
I have thoughts on it, but we probably should move anyway.
yes,
Okay.
we shouldn't stick around, I don't think.
I seem to be alone in the forget it camp.
Definitely not. I would try to, but might come in handy later.
With this in mind, I will remind the party that in terms of the little outcropping you're on, you have maybe about 5-10 feet of actual ground, which stretches out to the left and right of you, keeps on going for as far as you can see, and then straight in front of you is pretty much an immediate dip, and you can see that there are a couple of houses below you.
Is it like a sheer drop or is it like a curve?
It's a curve, but it's almost a sheer drop. Like you can see it keeps going out and out and out. It's something you could slide down, but you'd have a very hard time climbing back up. And
Okay,
And-
all you need to
could
say was
possibly
something you can
hurt.
slide down.
Does that lead to the upper ring, or does that lead out of the upper ring?
That leads to the upper ring. You would recognize the houses.
Let's go down here and
Speaking of, like, I know roughly where we are, but where are we exactly?
we're right in the center of Strigadel.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
That building that we just came out of is the spire.
Ah, yes,
The-
I've seen it as I walked past, but I've never actually been in here, so this is a first.
Well, we can pretty much go anywhere we want from here.
Yeah.
Well, that's good.
We should be heading back to Corin, no? Alert the people of what transpired.
I'm sure that there's some way we'd be able to find someone to teleport us there from here. It's not that far.
Wouldn't teleporting be expensive, though? Do we really
Oh,
have
we
the
could
money
walk
to...
if we really have a couple days.
I mean, it'd be off the beaten path, because if we go on the beaten path, we're heading all the way back through Otrov.
Hmm.
We have a navigator in Chupavara. I look at and
You know, I've been to the city before. I can get us out of here.
perfect.
All right.
At this
go on.
point, as the rumbling kind of hits its peak, you actually watch as a train streaks out across one of these kind of rings that you see before you.
Like a Rainbow Road.
Not quite. It's actually on like a bridge held up.
Like an old school Rainbow Road.
In which way is the train going?
It's going clockwise.
Oh,
Oh, it goes around
To the
the
right.
around the outside of the city, or around the outside?
No, so these rails are suspended above the buildings.
Wait, but it's going in a circle.
Correct.
It's the monorail.
it's a light rail. Mr. GM, sir,
Yes.
would I know if this is possible?
You would know from not personal experience, but you would know that that is a easier journey.
That's the way we go.
Alrighty.
Oh, step one, sliding down the
Oh,
ridge.
do I know if there's what's the procedure from leaving the capital?
Excellent question. I would love for you to just roll me a d20.
And
If you have a positive history modifier, you may add.
I do.
Can I help? I've done this before. Surely. Or maybe we just teleported in and out.
I'd like the help.
Tom?
I'd say you'd both be able to think about this together. Because
Yay!
you've both been.
God, natural 20.
Hell yeah.
That went from a 2 to a 20. So 22.
With a 22? Oh, absolutely. So, first thing you know, that with Strigudel, similar to the new restrictions on Chupavara, they are very, very particular on, how to say, registration and registering for entry and exit out of the city. And between its various zones as well. A big way of how they've managed to solve the various cultures is each district of Strigudel has the rules of their own country. As a result, anything that may be illegal in, say, Asylum, where it's actually quite feasible to solve your issues with just pure violence, maintain themselves and are still culturally acceptable in the space that they're in. Where if doing the same thing in, say, Chupavara, you would be immediately arrested if you did so. The big thing with that is it does mean things like Chupavara's specific magic laws do apply when you enter through the Green District. For the Upper Ring, things are a little bit different, but the biggest thing that at least you would comment in on this for Philomene is that you do know entry and exit with magic usually you have to provide, similar to Chupavara's, not Chupavara, rather, Koran, you'd have to provide what spells you have in your spell book and register it under your name. The issue here being you have not registered, you're technically breaking a lot of rules being here without having licensed entry. The bit that I'd say that Nat 20 gives you, you know that there is a way to become licensed in the city in the case of accidental magical transportation, because it has happened before.
Of course.
So you would know that there are a couple offices where you could stop at and say, I ended up here from magic, I would like to register. And that will make your life easier.
Alrighty, let's do that. Surely.
Oh, I was terrified for a minute there.
I will also say that in this case, Philomene, you absolutely know where one of these are, as your parents would have briefly showed you it in the Red District.
Yep.
We combine our knowledge together and we head that way.
Hell yeah, time to slide down the hill.
Yeah, so you all slide down the hill, looking like the slide takes some time. You probably spend about 5 minutes just going down and hitting the bottom and turning back around to look up. Yeah, that was very, very high up.
My ass hurts. That's a really long slide.
Making your way through the upper ring, you eventually reach one of the entry points for the Red District. And you can see before you there's a bit of a line, but not much for how late it is in the evening. And after a bit of waiting, a bit of watching, eventually you reach the front of the line. Oh, there goes Ryan. And you can see that there is a older woman sitting there, quill in hand, a little blue hat with a feather sticking out of it, looking at all of you. Names, please.
Philomene Mithras.
Philomene. How do I spell that?
Philomeen.
Excellent. Place of birth and date of birth, please.
Homosis?
You.
You talking to me?
Yes.
The Mevok Mage Academy.
Excellent.
Fen.
Ben. Place of birth.
Otrov.
Lovely. Date of birth.
What's today's date?
You would just be able to say, I provide my date of birth.
I provide the date of birth.
Yeah.
Anyway, this goes through to everyone. And you can choose to lie or tell the truth as you will.
With the dates of birth, are people saying the year they're born as well?
I assume so.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Do you provide your date of birth, Jay? Hang on, the doggo wants to get out.
I need
Jay
to
gives him a
work-
star date.
I need to work something out.
It needs to math it out. It needs to figure out how old he actually is.
I think just like add 20 years to it, you'll be fine, right?
What if Jay's like as old as the stars?
Or is it the other way
Possible.
around?
He's just like some ancestral being. What if he's just a conglomerate of all these past ancestors who doesn't actually know when he was born because he doesn't know who he is?
Fuck. That's deep, man.
Yeah, man.
Don't oozes reproduce asexually? They just split.
Possibly.
Okay, no,
Love that
actually,
movie.
I'm gonna DM Dom's question. Actually, that's gonna make more sense.
Okay.
I DM'd you that I lie about when I was born.
I whisper in the lady's ear.
tell you something that you'd like to hear.
I wonder if we watch Jay's stream. Watch Jay's video. Will we get to know what all his DMs were?
No, because I'm DMing Dom on Messenger, not Discord.
Ah, pussy. Reveal all your characters to us.
You coward. The question is, what does he say as his?
Okay.
Why?
He offers his date
Yes,
of birth.
Okay.
How old is Guy?
Like in his 60s.
Yeah,
Mad respect.
he's looking good for 60.
Yeah. I mean, we don't know what he is. We
I
don't know
feel
if
like
he's human or not.
that's so normal though. For...
Yeah, like it's so hard to tell how old he's supposed to be in Relevance. Really.
Aragorn.
He is
Aragorn
slime,
being
man.
87 and all that.
Yeah, right. Like, who knows?
All right, please enter. Do remember the Red District's laws regarding alcohol consumption.
Yes.
I would love for you to make a history check for me on this, Ollie.
I mean, I live there. Surely I should.
What
know
if
the
it's one of
law.
You should.
have to
You really
drink.
should. The DC's fucking low.
Do I get advantage for living
No,
there?
the DC's low.
Okay. History.
History.
I hope the DC's
16
9.
plus 7 is 23.
Yeah, you got it. The Red District's rules on alcohol is there are no rules. Anyone can drink at any time in any place.
So why do we have to remember the rules?
It's like the rules. Of
Do you
life.
ask that?
No, I'd be like, what's there to remember?
Love that guy.
Sorry.
Well, I assume if the rules are the same as back home, then really there's nothing that we have to.
Yes, we've had some complaints lately about people drinking in public from
Oh.
others coming in from other districts.
Where else would you? It's the best place to drink.
Exactly. Thank you for understanding the Red District. If you have any complaints, please don't give them to me. There's, I'm sure, some sort of complaint box somewhere.
I'm gonna go sit on a rooftop and drink. I
As
said
our forefathers intended it.
as was intended.
This place is wild.
Place is wild.
Party district.
Excellent.
my homeland's wonderful. I don't know what to tell you.
A lot better than my homeland.
A lot better than anywhere you'd go, I imagine.
Where was
A lot of
Gallen's homeland
racism.
again?
Galanet.
Oh.
Oh.
Haben, the desert area.
That's right.
Yes.
So that's your queen who saw God.
Yes, but
Slay.
Galanek barely knows that. It's kind of like how people know who their state person is, whoever their elected state area is. Like, yeah, I know they exist. It's about as much as
Yeah.
I know.
I could tell you who our representative for Epping is only because I don't like him.
Yes.
It's like I know they're a person. Yep.
I
But
can tell you our representative only because I voted for her.
Yeah, due to the Empress of Bahaban's unique nature of still being one of the original heroes, they're one of those things that like pop up in history books, and then someone just mentions, "Oh yeah, and they're still alive," and
Yeah.
it usually throws a lot of people for a loop.
Yeah.
So with that, the party enters into the Red District.
Woo.
Immediately, you were hit with the smell of alcohol, and the smell of spices,
Smells
and a
like
general warmth to the place.
General place.
Looking around, you can see that there are quite a lot of open pubs with dwarves sitting drinking ale, as well as a couple open blacksmithies and various other stone masonry buildings. As you move around, you can see most of the infrastructure is stone. Ollie, you would actually recognize some of these stones to be actually imported from Hermetis to remind a lot of the dwarves about their home. Looking around, you can see there's a little bit of a bustle for this late in the evening, which for a lot of you is a little bit of a surprise because we're getting towards that almost 12, 1 in the morning mark. But you
said
can
they
see
were
there's
dwarves, right?
a lot of people are still out and about. And there's a general bustling warmth and fire to the place. In terms of other aspects of infrastructure, you can see most of the houses are flat top, and you can actually see a lot of people are sitting on top of the various houses, drinking, legs dangling from the side. You can hear various cries of just revelry and fun, as you can see someone throws a barrel off the roof of the building, smashes on the ground. You can see a dwarf is in the barrel.
Jesus.
And there are other
Constant barrel.
races here. You can see lots of other people are here drinking, having fun. But it is mostly dwarves. Other than that, you can see that things like the roads, the gutters, everything is ornately kept. It's either carved or cleaned here. And you can see that in some spots, you can see where specific grooves have been made to drain away spillage of alcohol into specific drains and stuff like that.
Perfect.
What a lively place.
What day was it again?
One in the
What day is it?
What time of day?
Tuesday.
Time of day? It's between 12 and 1.
AM?
Yes.
Yeah, so in the morning.
Does
So
anyone
it's
know
dark.
where we can find a place to stay?
I know.
Hello.
Hello.
Who do we see?
What do we
Yeah.
see?
Walks off.
Where's a good
well,
place to, where's a
and
good
there
place
he
to
goes.
I guess
Right.
we follow.
I haven't been here in some time.
You haven't.
Hmm.
Sweet. Sorry, is that... you want me to show you where I was talking?
Yeah, that would be great.
That would be lovely.
Excellent. You have a lovely voice, man.
Oh, you have one yourself.
Thank you. Come with me.
And he kind of waddles down the street. You can
Insight
see he's
check.
holding...
Is he leading us to an alleyway to murder us?
That's what I'm
Yeah,
checking.
absolutely. Go for it.
What's my answer?
We had the same.
Absolutely. I
You
kill
can
him.
both make the separate checks then.
Ooh, 22.
18 plus 2 is dirty 20.
Dirty 20 and a
22.
22. Between the both of you, and the 8 cups of ale he has in his 2 hands, he's probably not going to murder you.
This guy ain't killing anyone
Thanks.
tonight.
Only thing he's killing is his liver.
Based.
So you kind of wander down the streets for a bit, and everything is either basked in the heat or light of a forge or some other sort of flammable object, whether a torch or someone setting some sort of alcohol on fire. Eventually, you reach a very, very bare-looking stone wall, almost jumping out compared to everything else that is lovely carvings and stuff like that. And you can see he kind of gets to the door, and he's looking at it with these 8 cups of mugs, ales in hand. He goes,
Would you mind?
Sure. Open the door for him.
No.
and he's gonna like gesture up to you to take a mug.
Oh, yeah, I can do that. I'll take a mug from him.
Yeah, and then he uses the one free finger that he's got from giving you a mug to open the door and just walks in without asking for the mug back.
Cool.
That's
Follow
yours
him.
now.
I guess so. You know, what was he drinking? I'm gonna taste what he was drinking.
Taste what he's drinking?
Oh, it's gonna be dwarven. It's gonna be strong.
Yeah, it's very strong. I would love for you to roll me a Constitution saving throw. If you have any sort of resistance to being poisoned, you may use that.
I don't.
Excellent.
Different damage.
22.
22, excellent. You kind of expect something to be up with this the moment you like smell it before putting it in your mouth. It is a blackberry mead, but it is heavily spiced with both cinnamon and chili. So it is immensely sweet and spicy,
That sounds delicious.
but it is good.
It's got some kick. Not bad.
And looking in, you can see this dwarf rocks up to the table at the front, plops down all the drinks, and then starts like passing them out to people.
Let's see if we can grab a room and then we'll go and register ourselves. Or would
Yeah,
I
right.
know that you need registration to be able to get a room?
You would know that you would most likely be able to get a room. The issue would be traveling around during day between districts would be harder. During night, it's usually a bit more relaxed.
Okay.
So it's book a room and then go register.
Yeah.
All right.
Tonight, and then come back and go to
Yep.
sleep.
So, room, I'm guessing.
Please.
Wait, is the same dwarf who let us in the receptionist, essentially?
Yeah.
That's convenient. Yeah, that'd be great.
Welcome to the wall in the hole.
Huh.
What's the name?
Rooms are cheap. Ale is shit. Food is shit. Rooms are cheap.
I'm so sorry. I don't believe we got your name, good sir.
Marvin.
Good old Marv.
I was really hoping his name was Hole.
Let's go, Marv.
Marvin the dwarf. Lovely.
So, what is the room situation? Is it
Singles,
sharing a room?
doubles,
What you want?
bunks.
What's the prices?
Cheap.
A room
something,
for all of us?
there's something for 4 people, I guess.
Whatever you're already paying on your daily expenses.
Yeah.
Pretty much. So for a fairly meh room, it would just be a 5-person room, which splitting the costs between you would be covered by your daily expenses.
Perfect. Let's do that.
Hooray.
Unless anyone needs privacy.
Well, not anymore.
One
Who are we
silver
kidding? I can
piece.
cast darkness.
It's true.
Here,
That's
take
the
the
big-
key.
You're gonna watch it as he reaches over the counter and grabs what is essentially a brick and passes you the brick.
Thank you, Marvin.
Are you taking the brick?
Yeah.
What's your strength score?
Oh no, it's a 7.
You can't pick up the brick.
I drop it straight to the floor. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Oh, I'll try and pick it up.
What's your strength score?
11.
Yeah, you can pick it up.
Oh, this is a heavy brick.
5-person room. 5-person brick.
That's an interesting metric.
I'm writing that down.
Yeah.
Hold
I'll
on,
also
hold
write
on. Hold on, that's going in
Fuck,
quotes.
what if they had an army here? How would you ever pick up the brick?
I don't have an army-sized room.
Yeah, it works out, I guess.
Is there anything special about this brick, or is it just a brick?
Roll me an Arcana check.
Arcana. Oh, one of my best. That's so unbelievably cocked. Hang on. 13 minus 1, 12.
12. It's a brick. Might be magical. Might not be. Might just 5-person brick. You never know.
I was more just reading, is there like a key on the underside of it, or...
I'd say even with that check,
It's a brick.
it's a brick.
Yes. Yes.
It's a cool brick.
Yes. Want some ale? Or some mead?
Oh, I think
Mead
what
was
I've got.
good.
I think I've got here is fine. Thank you.
That one's good. I'm going back there for more. Anyone want any?
I
It's
think,
strong. Be warned.
Sure.
I think I best go to sleep. I'm a bit tired.
Okay.
Aren't we checking? Aren't we going and
Yeah, we have places to be. Don't forget.
we'll be back to sleep in a minute once we
Are the offices even open at this time?
I mean, they would. I mean,
Are the
presumably it
offices
could
open
happen.
at this
Presumably it could
time?
happen at any time. I'd imagine it'd be 24/7.
Roll me an intelligence check.
Okay. 11.
11? Possibly. You're not too sure.
Say I'm
You've
not
never
sure.
gone. You've never gone to one at this hour.
I've only ever been during the day.
Well, no harm in checking.
Sure, let's go.
The close?
Yeah, it's close, right?
It's close enough. It would probably take you about 40 minutes, maybe 50 minutes to get to it.
All right, let's go. We don't all have to.
The
If we don't.
fuck is your idea of sort of close?
Well, we need.
In terms of walking through an entire massive city, it's sort of close. In the scale of things, close.
Well, at least those of us with spells would need to be going. Need to register
Yeah.
those things. Important.
All right, let's go.
So, did you want mead?
I have me. Thank you.
No,
We'll
I
be
know
back.
you have mead.
We'll be back in maybe 2 hours.
You want me to pack
Actually-
one for you?
Sure.
Okay. He hops off the store, just wanders straight out of his shop.
I like.
get going.
Marvin.
Yeah, mad respect to Marvin.
He has a lot of faith in his clientele.
Oh, you can see people are smashing furniture and stuff.
I just don't think he cares.
Yes, so.
To be fair, though,
Yeah, I
a
think
lot of
we
the
clean it
furniture is like made of stone. So even though people are like picking things up, they're either really strong, or you can see people like barely able to budge chairs out from behind tables. Like there's no in between. It's either people picking up impossibly heavy shit, or someone can't move their drink coaster because it's too fucking heavy.
Weird place. Dwarves, I guess. Anyway, should we get going?
Let's. Now, I don't think if we can avoid it, we should mention that we're at the spire. I say as we
Agreed.
begin to walk.
Is everyone going?
I believe so.
I believe so.
Yeah.
Sorry, it's just so weird having 4 people. I'm so used to waiting for 2 more people to say yes.
Yeah, everyone's going.
So everyone goes. After about 40 or 50 minutes of walking, you eventually reach what looks a bit more ornate in the sea of all this dwarven architecture. It's got a bit more wood to it. You can see it's got almost tile shingles on the top. It's got a bit more mix of, say, elvish culture as well as dwarven. And you'd guess that this is probably a government-mandated building to exist here, and likely looks like this no matter where you go in the city.
Here it is.
Opening through the front door, you can see that a high elf with bags under his eyes is sitting at a table.
Hi,
Greetings.
we accidentally teleported into the city and we want to register.
Ah, really?
Yeah,
Indeed.
magical mishaps and whatnot.
Third one this quarter.
I'm not surprised.
Hang on, let me get the paperwork out.
And you can see they reach down and start getting a whole bunch of papers out, put them up on the desk, and put a piece of charcoal, a ink, and a like a quill and some ink, as well as a pencil on the table.
Yes,
Fill them out if you may.
for sure. Is everything? I'll fill out everything correctly unless there's anything that particularly sticks
There
out.
wouldn't be anything majorly invasive for most. For the spellcasters, some of it can feel a little invasive, like source of magic, as well as like a detailed list of your spells.
I just get to write down study for source of magic.
Yeah.
My
There'd be like a little box you can take.
brain.
Yeah.
Believe in myself.
Yeah, there's ones like bloodlines, beliefs, study, stuff like that. All through it, you can tick the box. There is just one that says other as well, and then just in
Other.
brackets next to it says please specify.
Well, I pick that when I say, "Wouldn't you like to know?"
Maybe don't antagonize the government, but I respect it.
Not a
yes.
big fan of the government.
Yeah, fill it out. Fill it out as necessary.
Fill it out
Yeah.
all legit.
Filling it all out, it then gets given back to the clerk. The clerk puts it into a little tube and then puts it under the desk. Right, that should be all right. Enjoy your stay in the Red District, I suppose.
Man, you look haggard. Do you want a drink? And I offer him the mug that I
No,
got.
thank you. Please, no.
Oh,
I'm a recovering alcoholic, please.
odd city for you to be working in, but I respect it.
I wasn't always like this.
Oh, is that what the bags under the eyes are? Or are you just tired?
Both. I used to drink to deal with the tiredness, and then the tiredness got worse.
That is how alcohol works, yes.
I'm
One of
aware
those.
now, yes.
Have you
I
tried
was
this
foolish. I
wonderful-
was only 200. You have to
Have you tried
understand.
this wonderful magic bean juice that people have been so fond of lately?
I don't know what that means.
I think it's called coffee. It's made from magic beans and gives you
Is that
energy.
like expensive?
I think
I
so.
mean, if it's made from magic beans, I imagine
It's more expensive in the city.
Yes, but you can get like a cup of ale here for a copper. It's cheaper than water.
Well,
Wait, how much
So
is
for a
water
copper.
here?
I got
More than a
tough situation
copper.
for you to be in if you're trying to not relapse, but I respect the hustle,
I'm
man.
very
Keep it up.
well aware.
I feel if you're a recovering alcoholic, you should know what the price of water is.
See, they just bury their face in their hands.
Can you cast spells?
Excuse me?
Can you cast spells?
I cannot, no. Well, I can, but not.
You should do some study and then create water. It would save you a lot of trouble and money.
I wouldn't be working this job if I had the money to study.
That is
so-
a fair point.
yeah.
Not to mention, for me to study, I'd be best off going to Hermetis or to some other magic academy than... I wouldn't be able to get accepted here. It's
Have you
not going
tried
to happen.
praying to the one true God?
I
don't
don't want
know
to
when-
touch that with a 5-foot
Yeah.
pole.
Yeah, probably safe bet, man. Safe bet. Hey, best of luck in your sobriety.
Guy hands
The last
out,
time someone...
guy hands out just a pamphlet and just sets it down on the desk.
What does the pamphlet say?
It just says believe in God.
Is it like handwritten? Like just a piece of paper with handwritten.
And like when you open up, it would have his tenets listed inside.
In like
Right.
a pop out.
No, it's not that big.
Turn the page and a
pamphlet.
dinosaur comes out of it.
Yeah.
I pray to the dinosaur.
He's just gonna like put his hand on it and just slide it to the side of his desk.
Oh, good, he took it.
Well, best of luck in your sobriety, man.
Another successful
Thank you,
follow.
thank you.
I got a bed that's calling my name. We should probably head back.
Same. I feel like I'm about to collapse.
Thanks again, sober elf. And Galnix gonna leave.
You should really try that magic bean water. I've heard it's great.
It is.
So after this, you make your way back towards the wall in the hall. I'd love a survival check from someone to try to make your way back through all the various bits of chaos.
Okie dokie.
Probably shouldn't be.
Not a big
19.
19, excellent. You were paying enough attention, despite how tired you were, to feasibly get back there just as quickly as you got there, if not quicker. I would love for someone to roll me a d6.
I'll do it. Ah, 2.
2. Okay, I like this one. So as you're walking back, you can see that there is... Actually, I need to check. I got the things right. It's on my phone, not on my computer. I got it everywhere. Perfect. Walking through the street, you eventually reach a point where you can see 2 people are reaching the boiling point of an argument that is now turning into a fight. And you can see there is one individual that appears to be wearing a bit more kind of rugged, cold weather outfit. You can see that they've kind of like opened it up and it's just hanging off them, but it would be very easy for them to quickly snug up and be warm. And opposite them is someone in very light clothing, very see-through and thin. And you can see that these 2 kind of jostling with each other. And eventually one of them just pulls out a dagger and stabs the other.
Oh shit.
The one
Oh,
stabbing
Lord.
with the dagger being the one the more light attire. In which response the kind of more cold attire dude just absolutely decks him in the head and just starts slamming their head into the floor over and over and over again.
Valid response.
And eventually a whole bunch of dwarfs run up and start grabbing at these people, trying to separate them. And eventually you just hear... Well, you wouldn't hear. You'd see and then hear the clunk of a ale mug as it's thrown against the dude's head from across the street from someone that didn't enjoy watching what was happening.
Well, it seems like it's been dealt with.
You said it was a guy in like lighter colored clothing.
Yeah, you would recognize this type of attire.
You know, I had a feeling that lighter colored clothing dude was gonna have it. Good on him.
How come?
Gut. You know, you watch enough of these bar fights when you're wandering around as a mercenary, you kind of see it. See how they carry themselves.
Get a feel for it, you say?
Yeah.
Can I insight check Galanak there? Or is that
Absolutely.
is that metagamey?
No, you can do that.
Go for it. What are you... I guess the question is, what are you inciting?
I feel like he knows more about the type of clothing this guy was wearing, and there's like some kind of iconography to it that I'm missing. 23.
Galanek's racist towards colors.
Man.
I thought when you said light
Um,
clothing, you didn't mean colored. You just meant
No, I meant like thin.
thin. Yeah.
Thin and breezy.
Oh, sorry. I thought you meant light as in colored. My bad.
No. I meant like light as in physically light.
See me and Matt thinking in colors.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
No. There's nothing secret or special. Galanek's just seen a lot of bar fights. He's been in a lot of bars looking for jobs.
Finally reaching the wall in the hole once more, you can see Marvin's returned, actually just sitting out the front on the step, holding 8 mugs, waiting for someone to open the door.
Howdy, Marvin.
Hello.
How often does this happen to you?
What do you mean?
How often are you stuck outside of your own place waiting for someone to open the door?
Oh, every night.
Right. Well,
Right.
I'm gonna open the door and walk in.
Sweet. He doesn't get up at first, and you almost like step over the top of him to get in because he's trying to like hand you an ale as you're walking past.
I'll grab an ale as I walk
Take
past.
one. I'll take one. It'll knock me right out.
Yep.
Anyone that wants to have it may make me a
I'm
conversation.
not gonna drink it until I'm sitting on my bed.
I was
Go it in
thinking a
one.
very similar train of thought.
Go it in one.
Yeah, head right up to the room. It was just one room that
So as you-
we got, yeah?
Yeah. So as you go to the room, you find a door. It's
This
like
place has
a
everything.
metal. It's a metal door, and you can see it's got a couple of like bar grates on the front of it with a slider on the other side. And there's not a handle.
I assume we put the brick in somewhere.
Yeah. So with very little effort, you would see there is a very, very chipped part of the wall where there is clearly a spot for a brick. But the area around it, clearly someone very drunk has been trying to put the brick in like the wrong way. With your sobriety, you manage to just push the brick in, the door slides open, and then you can all walk in.
Hey.
First thing I do upon walking in, something that Philomene is very familiar with, you watch as guy takes out a bit of metal from his pack and unfolds it and then lays it down onto the floor. And it's just like this very large oven tray.
Okay.
That's kind of odd.
Ah,
Oh, you followed us in?
hi. How's it
Hello.
Wasn't expecting you to be up here with us.
He like gestures towards you with another cup of ale.
I'm.
Sure, I'll take it. Why not?
So are you folks been along?
About 3 hours.
It was a long
Yeah.
time.
I suppose.
I don't
Depends who
remember
you
what I
are.
was doing 3 hours ago.
How old are you, Marvin?
I don't know.
Starts
You know what?
drinking.
Mad respect, man.
I'm just gonna take the brick out. The door shuts.
Oh no, he's in the room with you.
Oh, he's in the room.
Yeah, he's walked. He's followed you in your room.
It's walking in with us.
Make
I mean, it is a
now.
he's a 5-person room. It's not like like we don't have space. Are
I
you
leave
sleeping
you
in
now.
here? Are you sleeping in here too, Marvin?
No, not tonight. Maybe another.
Oh, okay.
All right.
I will warn you. Careful of the white and black district. Not blue. Sorry, not black. Blue. White and blue district at the moment. They're having issues.
Huh,
Like a
thank
gang
you.
war, or are they just
I think just a regular war.
Noted.
I think like a library got bombed last week or something. I wasn't really paying attention. And you see him down another wog and then walk out of your room.
Now I'll take the brick out.
What an
Neat.
interesting fellow.
Hey, does the white and blue district happen to be anywhere we know? You know what? You know what states those are? White or blue?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
It's
But
Eskian
they're
and
having
and
an
Bahamut.
So- yeah.
yeah.
So Asylum, which is the, I'll put you on the map. Oh, we are on the map. Where are we on
we
the
are.
map? So Asylum's here,
Assignments, yeah.
and then Bohabon.
Oh, my people are having beef with some people. Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
So it's the snow area in the desert are having beef.
Cool.
And with that, I will say everyone can have their long rest unless there's anything else people wish to discuss.
Yeah,
Like
guy
perhaps the tray.
sleeps in the tray. He just he takes off all of his armor, so he's just slime.
Does
And
he
then-
put the tray on the bed, or is he just on the tray?
He just leaves the tray on the floor, and then he's on the tray, and he just flattens.
Why not put the tray on the bed?
What's my point in putting the tray on the bed?
You must
Why
have been
not?
so uncomfortable for the past couple of
Yeah,
weeks.
like, why haven't you tried putting the tray on the bed? Surely it'd be like more comfortable.
I mean, it's still just a metal tray, and this allows me to stretch out without needing to, shrink my form at all.
Yeah, but you'd still like sink into the mattress more than you'd sink into a stone floor. You should try it, man.
Okay. He rehumanizes, puts the tray onto the bed, steps onto the tray. Is it more comfy on the bed than it was on the floor?
Nope.
Yes. So comfy. Wow. You changed the game. And you just see a thumb come from the center of him.
Man, the sarcasm was palpable even from here.
Dom, can you send me that on Messenger?
Okay. It was very important.
It really
See that.
fucking was.
Yep. With that, I'd say everyone gets a nice long rest.
Hey.
Full baby, all my spell slots are back.
During this long rest,
Long west.
I am no longer going to be able to speak Celestial.
Yep.
I now speak Sylvan.
Oh, damn, about time.
That's crazy, bro. That's crazy.
Just in
Timing, bro.
case.
You never know.
Yeah, damn. Beat Ming's back. No, that would be pretty funny.
It was-
I believe it.
It appears in the fifth bed.
So yeah. So you awaken to the sound of regret and groaning. From the outside of your room, you can hear the various sounds of people being hungover, either vomiting, groaning, dragging themselves around, ready for a day of hard work.
Oh
Man,
hell yeah!
sounds like-
I'm gonna.
Sounds like the
I'm,
apocalypse is hit out there. My
I'm
God.
gonna walk out, grab a chair, stand on top of it. All right, listen up. I
What's
can
your
get
strength?
rid of 20.
Okay, yes, you can move the chair. Excellent.
Stand on top of the chair. All right, dwarves, I can get rid of your hangovers. How much you willing to pay?
I'll give you this. He hands you a bottle of alcohol.
Look at the alcohol. Is it full?
Yep.
I can sell that. Well, lay on hands. No more poison.
Doing this with enough attention from just simply that, from this small gathering of people in this bar, I'd say you'd quickly earn about 1 gold piece just in
Fuck,
a
yeah.
quick morning's effort.
Fuck yeah. Lay on hands gone, baby. But
Hell
fuck,
yeah,
I'm
let's
1
go.
gold richer.
Hey, any money's good money.
And with that, we break into the morning properly.
Alrighty. Man, if it's
Right.
just one tavern was that bad, I can't imagine how the city's feeling right now. Jesus.
Yeah. Well, is there anything that we think would be pressing to do here while we're in Sugardill? Anything that any of you need to attend to that we can help with?
Nope.
In Sylvan, I say no while shaking my head.
No one else understands you.
What was that, man?
I learned Sylvan.
Late.
It might come up again. We are headed back to Chupavara.
Man, I cannot wait to, like, have this constant ring around the rosy of you needing to speak a language that you don't speak yet. You learn it the next day when we don't need it, and it just happens over and over. I feel like it's gonna be a group gag. Alright! Let's make our way to Chupavara!
Guy says, wait a minute.
Exiting the wall in the hall, you can see the bustling of people moving around the streets, carrying lumber, firewood, various oars, small little hand like carts, stuff like that around the town. You can hear the rhythmic strike against of my brain stopped working. Jesus Christ. Of hammer against steel, as you can see that various different forges are belting their way through the early morning. Amongst this cacophony of very familiar sounds for you, Philomene, you can see a small little tiefling child standing on a couple of boxes with a whole bunch of newspapers. Read about it! Oh god. Behaven and Asylum going to war.
Mm. This has
Okay.
implications for my home. I'm gonna go up and say,
Same!
me, how much for
Copper
a pig?
piece.
copper piece?
Yeah.
I can do that. And I hand over a copper piece.
You see, like, unbuttons like a little side pocket kind of satchel. Takes a newspaper out of it, gives it to you, and then puts the coin in the same satchel and buttons it closed. Thank you.
Thank you, little one.
No worries.
And I
Galanek
will...
is 100% reading over your shoulder.
Yeah.
As is
I'll,
Guy.
I'll let you read it as well.
Yep, so reading through the newspaper, you can see that it appears that the peace talks between Bohaven and Asylum's leader, as well as the other leaders, has broken down, and that currently the two nations are heading to war. Additionally, you can see there is another blurb further below saying the Red District has been shut due to a attack of two different groups from the White and Blue District, which have managed to destroy a... I'm trying to think of the right name for the building. A public officials building within the Red District while fighting.
I wonder if the sober elf is okay.
Is it the same building we were in last night?
You wouldn't know.
Okay.
It just says officials building.
Yeah, it's kind of like in smaller writing at the bottom. It's not the headline. It's just like a side comment of, hey, this is happening, and it's also kind of resulted in this.
How buddy were Lady Sotha and the Askarian king?
You wouldn't have known which one is necessarily the Asylum leader,
They didn't
but
seem to be
everybody there
openly
was
fighting.
buddy.
Yeah. That's what
would've
I was
had it-
remembering.
You would have had a better you would have had a better idea if you actually looked at the board that they were doing their weird little game on, rather than who was
Yeah.
who.
Yeah, everyone at that meeting was buddy, and you're going to, at least from what you rolled, assume that those are all the leaders. So
Something doesn't sit right with me about this. If all of those leaders were so buddy yesterday, then there would have been absolutely no case for a war today. Because when you're warring with another nation, you're not on good terms with their leader.
No, but who knows? Maybe there's some weird conspiracy style thing that they both benefit from having this war. Maybe like one gets a boosted economy and one gets to kill a traitor in their own ranks or something. I don't know.
Saying that to that.
Who knows what leaders think, man?
Great ideas can come from anywhere. With Wix, you decide where to go. Put your ideas into play with AI.
Yeah.
And watch them
I mean,
shape every aspect of
there's
your
every
business.
chance that this is a thing that they both agreed to do for some other extended reason.
Then zoom in and dictate the mood and vibe.
Let's.
And when it all comes together, put your idea into the world where it belongs.
It is very odd.
It's your business, your website. You do it yourself.
What?
On Wix.
I mean, what would either nation stand to gain from any kind of war?
Well, Bohaven is a lot of merchant-owned land. A lot of villages are owned by individual companies for various trade routes. So, who knows? Maybe this is something to do with that, like a deeper meaning in that regard.
Maybe we should see if we can find out if this has been a thing that's been going on for a while, if it only just started.
I mean, the other thing is like, nobody even knew that they had that big meeting. So it's entirely possible that buddiness is like a secret, and this is just a safe face. You know what I mean?
Yeah, just us four, no.
Yeah.
on that kind of comment, I would love for Matt. It's your choice of a flat charisma check or a history check.
Charisma would be better. I'll do a flat charisma check.
Why not a curvy charisma check?
19.
19.
I roll curvy charisma checks in real
19.
life.
With a 19, you would know that Bohabon and Asylum have had multiple conflicts before, and that the people of Asylum and the people of Bohabon regularly get into conflict. Majorly because both of them are considered deserts. Bohabon being a dry desert, Asylum just being a wet desert.
Yeah,
Which-
one's an actual desert.
Cold desert, sorry,
tundra.
warm desert, not wet, because
Yeah,
no
tundra
wet with
and
desert.
stuff.
Dry is the
Ah.
whole desert thing.
Yeah, the big issue is that they have had similar issues in the past in terms of like droughts and stuff, and often clash due to how similar they are. The bigger issue is just that they keep having small little things where one country wants this thing and then the other one wants the exact same thing, but only one of them gets it. So it has led to a lot of infighting before. And they also have similar things in terms of Bohabon doing a lot of mercantile trade and being very wealthy in terms of things like jewels and coastal stuff, where Asylum is also quite wealthy from trade, but mostly to do with animals hunting and kind of rarer beasties that you can find out that way.
Yeah.
The issue being that usually if there's an Asylum trading company and a Bohabon trading company, just due to the very often overlap, one of them's getting the deal, the other one's getting shafted, especially in terms of both having to deal with either the dwarves or
Yep.
both trying to trade with Strickerdale.
Yeah, okay. Well, I mean, like I said, both nations are very mercantile. It's entirely possible this is just one of many disputes about some random resource that both people want, but there's only enough for one. It happens all the time. Entirely possible this is driven more by the people just wanting a thing and the leaders being like, yeah, alright.
To clarify though, it's never gone to war before.
No, like war is a new thing, so there must be something especially valuable on the line. And who knows, maybe those leaders are just like, oh yeah, we'll see, a little fun competition, who can get it first. You know what I mean?
It has poor implications for my home, as it's situated directly between them.
That's not good.
Wait, Hermetus is mostly mountains, right?
Yeah.
Would the two nations be likely to use catapults and trebuchets to throw over the mountains?
That's not how war works.
Those are extremely powerful trebuchets.
They need to get
I've never seen a trebuchet or a catapult in action. I've just heard about them.
I mean,
They kind of look like giant spoons.
a trebuchet can't throw something over a mountain.
Well, even if it couldn't throw it over that big of a mountain.
No.
Ooh.
There was this one play I saw. It was called Mythbusters. They showed you how far a trebuchet could throw some things. Maybe it was Top Gear about carriage racing, but it was really cool.
Weird.
Enough place talk. So what are we doing?
Leaving if we can. The business
Yes.
is closed currently, so who knows if they'll even let us out.
Not to mention that we were hoping to go out from the west of Strigadale into Skynum. I can never remember. Is this Skynum?
Yeah, it's kind of.
We were planning on going out the west gate into a Skynum on our way to Corin, so it might become a bit more interesting.
Maybe.
News child.
What? Yes?
Is the west gate still open?
I don't believe so, no.
Fuck.
I'm staying with my
Sorry.
uncle.
Good. I hope your uncle's okay.
He's an alcoholic, but I think he's
I feel like-
okay.
I feel like most of the people in this city.
Are you an
so-
alcoholic?
I mean, I'm allowed to drink here.
Good
Mom
lad.
told me not
Here's
to,
the beer
but-
I didn't drink last night.
I don't want to drink on the job. You can.
Well then,
He like
Hey,
gingerly
hey,
puts it like down next to the little box he's standing on.
for your
Smart
break.
kid. Smart kid. Alright. Are there any gates that are open? Or are they all shut?
I think they're all shut. I think the issue is the people in the blue district, in the white district are fighting, and they keep fighting here
Yeah, well.
because it's like right in the middle.
Yeah.
I think they shut the district. I think it. I read it in the paper. Hang on. You see, like pulls out the paper and starts rereading through it. There's a bit I saw.
There's like a government building got wrecked.
Yeah, that. I think they're trying to catch the people that did it, and that's why the district shut, so they can't get out.
Great.
Like maybe a day or two if they catch them.
I wonder if they'll pay if we try and find them. Wouldn't
Would
mind
we
Yes.
even?
pay.
Kyle, does it say anything about? And I checked my paper as well. Does it say anything about a reward for information leading to the capture of the culprits?
It in fact does, yes.
Yes. Alright. Let's
Who-
find them so we can get out of here quickly.
Who are we
That's a
looking
great
for?
idea.
Presumably some people from either the blue or white district. If I had to guess, I mean, we saw a fight yesterday, right? Maybe they'll know something. It's a place to start.
That's true. Let's go ask them why they were fighting.
I mean, besides, like the guy was wearing some pretty light clothing, isn't that? That's pretty typical of deserts, you know.
And then the other was wearing very heavy clothing.
Yeah, so I mean, it's very possible both of them were part of the kerfuffle. Yeah,
Let's
we
see if we
gotta
can find
leave.
either of them.
yeah, let's go. Well, one of them got stabbed, so
I mean, the one who got stabbed seemed to win the fight in the end.
yeah, but he might be. Oh, true.
Either
Maybe
way,
so.
do you think? I think we could recognize them, right?
I think so. I mean, we could also ask like the people who were at that bar if they know where they went afterwards, and we can go from there. You know, most bars are pretty open, like they're pretty easy to walk in, walk out, so you can imagine you can see what's going on. You know, it's like a barkeep or something.
Let's go.
Let's.
So you're gonna try to walk back to where you saw the two people fighting?
Yeah.
Yeah.
See if we can pick up a lead.
I'd say it would take you a little bit more time than it actually took you to walk there in the first place, because you're trying to like remember and find that one specific spot. But eventually you do find it. And you can see sitting on a stool, a man that's kind of like I'm thinking handcuffs, but it's not handcuffs. But they've got the manacled. Thank you. They're manacled with like chains going down around the chair legs, and as you get close, you can see the chair is actually like part of the ground. It's not bolted on; it's carved out of the same stone that the ground is in this spot.
Is that one of the two guys that was fighting?
It is. You can see it's the dude that was wearing the heavier attire. And now that you're in the daylight, it's nice and bright, and you can see he looks quite hungover, a little bit beaten up. That this man is a half-orc.
Seems like I'm gonna lean over to Philo. I'm gonna be like, "This seems more like your people. I might leave the talking to you. You might be able to." relate
I
to it
will
more."
immediately approach and say,
Nope.
"Did you blow up a government building?"
What?
Smack on the side of the face. With me now.
He's gonna like gesture at his chains and the floor. Been manacled here since last night after someone threw something at me head.
Was that
What
all
is
they
that?
did? Was that all that inspired your altercation?
No, he called me a bitch. That different guy.
Well, you
He
got yourself
got-
manacled, so clearly he was
Yeah,
right.
Whoa. Wait, hold on now. Why'd he call you a bitch? That seems a bit uncouth.
Called me a bitch for wearing so many clothes to stay warm.
Weird. It's an odd thing to insult someone about. Surely, wait, that was a guy who was like really light clothing, right?
Yeah.
And so,
Surely he was wearing not enough clothes to stay warm. Surely he'd be cold.
That's what I said.
And so you stabbed him.
Weird.
No, he stabbed me, then I
You
smacked him
yeah.
over the head.
And you smacked him.
Do you know who he is?
No.
Uh,
Now, what do you mean blown up a government building? What the fuck are you talking about?
Insight
Oh,
check.
Hey, roll me an insight check.
Natural 20. Hey,
Natural
good roll,
20. Okay, you got a fun one. He does know that happened. He's fishing for more details because he hasn't been able to get his hands on anything to learn more, and no one's really wanting to talk to him because he's in the chair of shame.
Oh, he doesn't know. Goodness. Okay, well, there's no point in telling you anymore, then, fool.
Oh, come on. Sitting here. Got nothing to do. Can't even drink.
if you can tell us anything about the person who stabbed you, like where we might find him now.
If I knew where he is, I wouldn't be here. So
Well,
people
okay.
carried him off after similar clothes.
Do you know which way they went?
Ah.
Hang on. Trying to think. That way, and he's gonna gesture down the street from where you were walking from last night.
Were you guys sitting at the same bar, by the way?
What, me and the prick?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder if the bar owner knows the guy.
I don't know. Why would I?
I'm not talking to you, man.
You were closer than what we were when the altercation happened. Can you give us a physical description of this person in thin clothing?
I think they were a tiefling of some sort, maybe. They were purple. Usually tieflings are purple.
Did they,
No, blue. Not purple.
Do I know what a tiefling is?
Yes.
Did they have horns?
No. Yes. I don't know.
Oh, with me, no, smack.
I'm not hungover, I just don't remember.
Did they look more like me?
No,
Okay.
no scales.
Okay, cool. Good to know. My
Blue.
kind doesn't need more problems.
Yeah, blue. Definitely blue. Don't know about the horns, but blue.
Alright. Blue-skinned person in thin,
And the others who
light clothing.
carried him away, were they?
I was being absolutely swarmed by people at that point.
Okay.
We have exhausted all the
What-
information we can from him.
He
Head
was
to the
being put in
bar.
the chair of shame.
What?
Are the rest of you heading into the bar with Guy?
Sure.
I'm gonna stay out with this guy for a bit. Hey, man.
I'll give you some backup.
So you're from... I'm guessing based off of your clothing and the argument that you're from Hashosherus, correct? Well,
Is
Hermetis.
Hercerus?
Sorry, Hermetis. wrong H. I had to look
No,
at the
I'm from Asylum.
Oh, you're from Ursinum. Okay.
Yeah.
Wait. Wouldn't it be the other way around that the people from Snow are wearing
Yeah, this guy's wearing thick clothing, so he's from the snow,
Yeah,
which
this
is a
guy's
sign.
No. Wouldn't it be the other way around because he's being cold weather? He'd be wearing the light clothing, and then the people.
He didn't have time to change.
He was
Okay.
wearing thick, heavy clothing, which means he's from a cold country.
I get what you're
That's
saying,
not
Ollie, but
how-
that's assuming they have more than one set of clothing.
That's the okay. True, but if it's mild weather here, then people who live in freezing cold
Would
always
find it warm,
find
correct.
it warm, and
Yeah.
people who live in the heat always find it.
Correct.
So you would
But
think it
also-
would be the other way around.
You're now seeing where the start of this argument came from.
But also, Strigadel is like right on the border of the cold place, so
Yeah.
it could be
It's
cold.
it's not unfeasible that some people would still wear their clothing like this. It wouldn't be pleasant long term to stay in these types of clothing, but this dude was probably just here for like 2 days or 3 days.
I mean, to be fair, also, the Ikavar is a wet heat. So it's got cold,
Yeah.
wet, and then I don't remember Chupavara's temperature.
So
Javar is like a
Quite moderate.
temperate forest.
Yeah.
You get the best.
So what
of
do
all
you-
three worlds.
So what are you doing in here compared to, the city state of your people? Like one over. You coming just here to drink and have fun, or
Well, we were here to deliver some goods, just some meats and stuff for a tavern somewhere. Got told me and the boys could go out on town, have a couple of drinks for our hard work. Especially after Jimmy died. One of the boys died on the way here.
random beasts, or
And a giant rat got him.
Oh
rough.
fuck!
Rough.
Yeah.
Not giant rats.
It was too
Must have
many of
been,
them.
must have been attracted to the meats.
Yeah, it happens sometimes.
That's unfortunate. Rest in
Fuckers came from Ichabod. You believe that? All the way from that fucking swamp place up until like the border. Like we were like just north of Corin, and then fucking rats, giant rats.
That's crazy, man.
It's like I've been doing this job for a while. There's something very different about seeing like maybe 30, 40 giant rats just fucking stream towards you when you're in a caravan. Nah.
That would be. I'm amazed only one of you died if it was that many rats. That's kind of crazy, man.
Well, pretty tough.
No,
We also had
really?
a sorcerer, which helped a lot. But
Ah, yes, I see.
or I don't know if they were a sorcerer or some sort of spellcaster, but they killed a lot of rats. They also got, but they weren't one of the boys, so we didn't really care that much.
Fair enough. Makes sense. Not your people, not your problem.
Yeah, exactly. One less person to pay.
Fair enough.
Um,
So
But
just
yeah.
meats. So was it just meat you're delivering, or
yeah, lots of meats.
Wait, so was the sorcerer just like hired gun, or was he
Yeah.
trying to travel somewhere? Oh, okay.
No, high protection.
High protection.
Boss wasn't confident we could handle it, so they got an extra hire. Turns out the extra hire could also not cut it. Jimmy also, giant rats.
Well, I
But
mean, you
yeah.
say that, but it sounds like the extra hire gave as good as it got.
Yeah, true. Oh, it's more of bit stuck up, that one,
Interesting.
because we did try inviting them for drinks and stuff when we were closer to Karsecti, but
Hmm.
he called us arrogant fools and then walked off. Or no, stupid fools. That was the one. I think Jimmy called him arrogant response, but giant rats.
Giant rats.
Yeah.
Hey, who's your boss? I'm kind of curious.
I don't want to get in trouble, so I don't think I'm going to call. I don't think I'm going to tell you that.
Oh, come on, man. I'm just like that sorcerer guy. I'm a hired gun too.
You a prick, though?
I don't know. You tell me. Do I seem like a prick to you?
Maybe a bit prickly, but not a prick.
Hey, just because I have scales, man. Come on.
That's not what I meant, but I suppose I can understand why you thought like that.
It's fair. Still. Yeah, maybe I'll go. I wouldn't mind if you guys need the hired guns. It'd be nice. Get some more work in. We always do some money. Especially if there's gonna be more giant rats.
True. Okay. His name's Gordon.
Cool. Know where I
He's
can find
the
him?
Hmm?
Know where I can find Gordon?
Well, he'll be back in Carmore.
Okay.
So not close, but he's the owner of Beholder's Holds.
Okay. Alright, so if I look for that, I'll find him somehow, some way.
Not Beholder's Holds, Beholder's Holdings. He always corrects me on that.
Okay. Good to know.
Yeah.
Alright, man. Well, thank you. I appreciate you telling me, and hopefully I'll see you on the road sometime, and we won't.
Yeah, he like goes to wave and just.
I'm gonna.
Oh, what was your name?
Oh, I'm Galadek.
Lovely to meet you, Garnet.
Likewise. And I'm gonna head inside with everyone else.
So at this point, you would have found the tavern keep. He's kind of looking all of you a bit quizzical. Why do you want to know about the fight? I don't understand.
I more just want to know, were you sober last night?
Of course not.
You know anyone who was?
I wasn't sober enough to remember.
Okay.
Oh, did you ask why we were curious about it?
Yeah.
Well, one, we want to leave, and two, there's a reward for information. So,
Okay.
can't leave if the gates are closed. May as well make some money while we make the process quicker. Why not? Seems like both guys are involved with the factions that currently warring with each other.
Look,
So-
man, that's good and all, but leave it to the gods. You're looking for needles in haystacks. What? You're
Well,
looking
it's a good
you're
thing
looking
that-
for someone from Asylum or someone from Bahamut. That's more than like two people.
But you don't understand. We're looking for a needle in a haystack, but we are a magnet. Now tell me what this man looked like.
He looks like. I don't care.
You only care that he gave you money.
Correct.
Fair
And I only
enough.
cared that his friend tried to fucking kill someone in the street.
Oh well. I did find something out, guys. The man in the chair of shame, he works for a guy named Gordon. Gordon works for Beholder Holdings.
Um,
Might be worth checking out.
I'm going to lean in really close to this guy and say, look, I'm not really supposed to be telling you this, but we are an elite squadron from the town's guard, okay? We are doing our best to find this man. So by not assisting us, you are actually withholding information that could get you yourself arrested.
Give me your choice of persuasion or deception, whether or not that's true.
I'm giving you deception, baby.
Well, that's also not true.
21, 16 plus 5.
21. I'm sorry, good sir. All I know is they headed that way. I don't know
Same
what they looked
direction
like.
that Old Mate pointed.
Yep. I don't know exactly what they looked like. They were blue.
Dabba-dee dabba-die.
I'm assuming a tiefling.
Okay.
Definitely blue. We now have 2 people saying blue. Hell yeah.
Not trying to obstruct your efforts, but I genuinely do not remember.
Downside to a city of drunks, I guess.
We appreciate your helpfulness. And I will slide him 2 silver.
He looks a bit quizzical at the advanced member of the guard handing him coin for info, and then just shrugs and slides it back under like the bar table.
Hey. Guess we have a direction to go in. Might as well go see what's what.
Charge!
Continuing your way back.
I know I'm acting like this is
toward-
like an emergency that we have to find him right now, but I'm enjoying it.
Continue your way back towards where you had your documents done. You can see that the building that was once there is now reduced to rubble.
Oh shit.
Oh
can
no,
see that
not
there's
Sober
a-
Elf.
Yeah, not sober elf.
I don't remember his name. Did he even give us his name?
He
Nope.
did not give you his name.
Yeah, exactly. Sober Elf.
I was thinking about asking it, but then I remembered I already did make Dom say a name on the spot earlier, so I felt mean doing it a second time.
Looking through the area, you can see that there are a lot of guards set up, working on keeping people out of all the rubble. You can see that there are quite a lot of people that seem to at least allowed to be there, sifting through the rubble, looking for things, looking for people that may have been injured. you're assuming that this would have happened shortly after you witnessed that fight. I would love a perception check from anyone.
Hell yeah.
Let's go. Rolling
do it.
dice is always fun.
Wait, anyone or everyone?
Anyone.
Only one person can do
Only
it.
one person.
He's like, it's
And I
Matt.
think Matt already rolled.
I got a 12.
You got a 12.
I got a 12. I didn't do too good.
It's okay. If everyone recalls, we all don't have good perception.
Actually, no, I feel it should be everyone in hindsight. There's no reason to limit
Yay.
it to one person. Everyone can have it.
Meaning Matt didn't
I
high
checked.
enough.
I just assumed everyone would be looking, so I was like, yeah, I would roll it. Of course I'm gonna look.
What check?
Perception.
I'm looking for Sober Elf.
17.
I wanna know if Sober Elf is okay.
Dog
18.
shit.
You see it
I
clear.
got a 6.
That's a 15 or 17
You
number.
back up +2.
Sorry, I would love for everyone to tell me. Fen, what'd you get?
Josh.
18.
18?
I knew I rolled a 15. I couldn't
Guy?
remember what +3 was.
17.
17. Philomene?
6.
And then Matt got 12.
I got 12.
Fen, Guy, almost perfectly, right as they slink out of view into an alleyway, you do see a blue-skinned figure in a cloak. That looks very similar to the one you saw last night.
Don't
Break off
sing.
running down an
Alley.
alleyway. For Philomene, you kind of look at all this destruction, and then just kind of reach down towards a little bit of debris that's gone a bit further from everything else, and just kind of nudge it over, and you can see there is a eyeball attached to the rock.
Crap.
As for
I mean, gods.
yeah, Galanek, you instead see just kind of looking around and kind of you look at everything and you go, Jesus Christ, kind of lean back a bit, and you can see that the sober elf, you can see his remains sitting kind of half lodged against the top of a building, half of him leaning over the top, his upper half leaning down, and you can see that he has been horribly disfigured and burnt, and he's missing half of his face, including the eye from that part of his skull.
Not sober elf.
Not sober elf.
Galanek sort of stares for a second, slowly salutes as a single tear rolls down his eyes and goes, I hope he died sober.
I'm going to start sprinting after the guy running away.
Yeah, guy
Yeah.
shouts alley and books it.
I will also follow Guy.
Yeah, I hear the clunking of armor go, wait.
So, with that, Fen, Guy, I'd love for you to roll me your choice of athletics, or actually no, it would just be athletics.
Hey,
Why do I have advantage?
good at that.
I'll be back in 2 minutes.
Am I escaping a grapple?
No.
Oh, Josh, I could have done what you did and lesser restoration to people. Damn it.
Happens best, man.
13.
I'm just not as smart as you.
22. And I'm also faster than everyone.
That is true.
By a little.
And then Matt
Adds up
and
over time, baby.
Omley, I would love for you to do the same check, but whatever you roll, minus 10 from it.
Athletics, you say?
Yes.
Okay.
And if you're negative, just say 1.
Unnatural one.
Wait, as if we have a negative strength, it's just a natural 1, basically equivalent?
Yeah. Oh, no. So I'm saying if you roll,
Like if you roll a 5 minus 10, it's 1.
yeah.
Okay.
So you add your modifier as per normal, and then minus 10 afterwards.
Okay, cool. That's a 5.
5, nice.
5. I rolled a 16.
We're just gonna wait for.
It would have been okay if I didn't have the minus 10, but the minus 10 maybe a 5. -1 to strength.
That's so funny. -11 for your roll.
Yeah, man. Alright, I'm gonna go to the toilet. I'll be right back.
Miss you.
You're ready.
I hope he thinks about me. while
Miss
he's
him
missing.
more.
I'm back.
Welcome
Can
back,
you
Matt's
roll a athletics check, then adding your regular modifier, then -10?
Wait, me?
Yes.
So athletics check -12 is what you're telling me.
Yeah.
minimum 1.
2.
Better than negative.
No. 2 on the die. So it's
Okay. Yeah, so that will default
Yeah.
to. Actually, you know what? Mm,
You die.
yeah, you're dead.
Hold
No.
on. What am I doing?
So you do your athletics check as per normal, and then
Mhm.
after that -10 from the roll.
Sorry,
This is for giving
I
chase.
understand, but
This
why
is
am
for,
I
this is for
doing
giving
that?
giving chase.
Giving
following,
chase.
Following Guy and Fen.
Can I see this person?
I would say with your starting roll, you don't see them immediately. You do see your friends though.
Do I get around a corner to see like a straightaway or
No.
anything like that? I can see the direction that my friends are looking.
Correct.
Right?
Correct.
Can I misty step where they're running towards?
We will get to that. This is to just determine the order of everyone running.
Okay. Cool.
I was just determining with.
It's
What
initiative
did you
without
roll on the
initiative.
die?
I rolled a 2 on the die, -10. Sorry, -12 puts me to -10.
Excellent. What I was going to say is, if you roll the nat 1, you trip and don't run after everyone, but I will keep you. So you are just
didn't-
dead last.
You didn't roll a nat 1.
No.
I rolled a 2.
1 off.
Excellent. So we will wait for Matt to get. Oh no, Matt's here. What the fuck am I
I am
doing?
here.
I thought you were going for a piss.
I did. My bathroom is like 4 steps away from my office.
Man
What a
pisses
journey.
with gusto.
Why is transfem goth?
I'm not like you.
after-
I'm not one of those shit pisses. I stand and piss.
I'm a serial pisser, I'll have you know.
Matt must be really uncomfortable.
Why do you piss in the cereal?
Someone's got to. Okay, excellent. So with that, Josh, I would love some chase music. If you can get us some.
Can do beautiful.
Me peeing on the side of the bowl to make less noise. Everyone as I piss into my brother's cereal.
why is transfem goth Garfield kind of gold?
McLean asked the same question earlier. I don't think
He's
he'll
so-
ever get it. He'll never get an answer to his question.
She's so pretty.
Okay. So, Fen Guy, you're a little bit behind this dude as you break through the crowd to chase him down this corridor. You watch as he kind of steps up on a couple of bits to the side and then starts scaling up the building. What are you doing?
That's scaling up the
Right.
building.
Straight
Yes.
after him.
Okay, Josh,
Scaling.
athletics or acrobatics check.
Like a
Can
dragon.
do. It's one of my bests.
And what are you doing, Guy?
Let me check see if I've got something.
25.
Oh, the 15
25?
flying.
Perfect. Yeah, you're keeping up pace with him.
What's the distance between us again?
I'd say it's probably about 40 feet.
best I can do is just scale alongside as well.
Excellent. Athletics or acrobatics check.
Athletics. Natural 20, 22.
Excellent. So as you're both climbing, sorry, what did you roll, Fen?
25.
25. Actually, with both of those, you guys actually managed to outspeed him a little bit, and you're kind of catching up to him just as they climb over and start running. So you're now within reach to interact with them. So for Galanek, you kind of struggle through all these people to get to and catch up with everyone. And you can see just as Guy climbs over the top of the building. What are you doing?
How far am I from this building, and how tall is the building?
You're in like the alleyway below the building. They've just scaled up. The building's probably about, say, 20 feet high.
Cool. I misty step to the top of the building.
Misty step. I'll say with that you can skip ahead 2 gaps. So you're now on top of Fen and Guy as well. Philomene, you kind of run around through all these people, kind of a bit startled from seeing that eyeball just in a rock. And you don't actually... I don't think you would see Galanek Misty Step, but I think once you go around the corner, you would just see someone running on the top of a building. That being Galanek.
As close as I can get.
Excellent. I'd say you'd be able to Misty Step up, but you'd be like all the way down towards like the front of the building. So everyone else is still about 30, 40 feet in front of you.
Is there anything else that I can do?
I would say that would be your thing for this round.
Okay, I can't like use. I assume that
You would have used your movement and everything getting there. I'm more giving you a action or a bonus action to decide to do something every time. And then we're gonna either catch up to the person running away quicker or slower, depending on
The
what
beautiful
you're doing.
thing about Misty Step is that I can use action dash as well. But
I was saying, I'm thinking like in terms of your turn would be action dash, and I'm trying to give you something to
cool.
either push it or keep it like that.
I hear you.
Because we're not really in initiative, and it's not really combat. I'm kind of taking some inspiration from the what is it? It's the kind of Eldritch Abomination one that Josh
Chase mechanic in Call of
I'm
Cthulhu.
taking a bit of inspiration from that. Because I thought it was very fun. So at this point, the runner is just going straight across the buildings, picking up speed as they go. You watch as they jump across a gap between 2 buildings. And you watch as they start plummeting towards the floor, and then they misty step across that last bit of distance towards the next building.
How far is the building jump?
I'd say it's about 40 feet. Ben, what are you doing?
I'm going to jump the 20 feet, try and grab hold of the building and climb back up to where he is with my full movement.
Okay, I love that. Give me, I'd say that's probably more an athletics than acrobatics check.
Of that.
So you jumping the 20 feet, like rolling and then trying to climb up, or you're just trying to land on the next building?
I'm trying to land on the next building and just pull myself up.
Excellent. Okay.
Oh, I'm rolling hot tonight, baby. 18, 19. 24.
24? Excellent. I would love your choice of a strength or dex saving throw as you hit the building.
Strength, please. Definitely not dex.
Isn't dex your like 4?
Yeah, that'd be a -3. 21.
21? You take 4 points of bludgeoning damage as you slam into this building, but you just scurry straight up it, and you're keeping in line. Die. Same situation. What are you doing?
Would you allow me to rule of cool as he lands his misty step, and I leap after him, stretch my body out so it's like as thin as long, Mr. Fantastic style, and then grapple onto him to get myself up?
I would say no.
I think
Piss.
that I honestly
Just to let you know, Dom, I reduced that damage because of my feet.
like.
Excellent.
That was 1 damage.
Hell yeah. I know what feat that is.
I know what I'm doing.
And yeah, all I can do is just jump across and hope for the best.
Okay. Give me a athletics check.
Big money, big money, big money, big money, big money. 16?
16. So
like
you
the
kind of
idea.
jump. What's your strength? So what's your long jump?
And my strength is 11.
Yeah. So you jump. You realize, oh crap! I've not even made it halfway. I would love for you to give me a dex saving throw.
That's unbelievably cocked. 10?
10? No. So you jump. You're kind of like arms flailing. You hit the floor and your body kind of hits it and then like splatters out and you kind of like recorporate your form. But God, that hurt. You take 6 points of bludgeoning damage.
And I'm just on the floor.
Yeah, you're prone. So you're gonna go back in the list. Excellent. Galanek, what are you doing as you run up to this
I
edge?
am dead sprinting towards the edge. I'm gonna leap as far across as I can, and
Yeah.
I'm gonna try and hit this guy with a blindness and deafness.
As you're doing it?
Jumping. As I'm jumping, yeah.
What's the range of blindness deafness?
30 feet.
30 feet.
That's why I'm jumping across trying to
I
close
see.
that distance.
What happens with blindness deafness if you're out of
It's
the
not.
range
It's
of
not.
the spell?
It's as long as I'm in the
Oh, it's
range
a
and I
target.
cast it. It's a target. Yeah.
I see. Sorry, I was
Oh,
thinking it's an
fucking
AoE for some
fair.
reason.
No, not AoE.
Yeah.
He needs to make a con.
What's
save
your
to make
strength
it.
for that long jump?
My strength is 8.
I'd say you're barely in range. Yeah.
Cool.
So what's the saving throw?
Con DC 15.
Con. DC 15.
Come on, this will be huge.
Meets it, beats it.
Ah, you're a scumbag.
So unfortunate.
You're a scumbag.
Worst
The
bits.
only time you've ever rolled good in your life.
That's kind of true, though. Have you seen me? Have you seen me roll? Do you remember me rolling stats for Bed's character?
Yes. Yes, I do.
Mm.
That's why I'm sad.
I will give you a hint. They did get 2 dice rolls to get that as well.
Oh, super cool.
With that though, I would love a dexterity saving throw as you go towards the floor.
Oh my gosh, they have 4 eyes.
18.
18. Yeah, you hit the floor. You roll. You take half damage. That's 6 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
And I will say, since you succeed the roll, you're not going to be pushed back one. Philomene.
Yeah.
As you're running up, you can see 2 of your friends just leap off the building. The other one actually leaps straight across,
How
grab
far?
into the wall, and start climbing. How
Yeah,
far?
but you would.
40 feet.
I'm gonna run, jump, knowing that there's no way I can. And while I can still see the roof across the end of the gap, I'm gonna misty step.
You do the
Yeah.
exact same thing they did.
Yep. So you will misty step. You will actually go up in the line.
Fuck yeah! I should be right on him now. That's
So
all
you're
my
in
second
pace.
level spell slots though.
So you're now in
Is
pace.
there anything else that I can do?
That would be your thing.
No, I know that's what it means.
Just want to neaten this up a bit, make it a bit easier to read.
I was hoping that I could.
move down the initiative, so I get to go next, right?
So the runner is going to keep going. They're going to turn backwards and they are going to cast.
Oh.
I know the spell I'm trying to think of.
I believe in you.
What does it do?
Fog cloud. They're going to cast fog cloud over like a bit where the roofs are going kind of up and down. But then they will run through that. Philomene, you're in pace with each other. You reach this bit where the roofs are kind of rapidly changing up and down in height. I would love for you to make your choice of either a perception check or a dexterity saving throw to avoid tripping on these bits and pieces.
Get them in.
Perception check.
19.
19?
Hold up.
Perception.
Perception, excellent.
I'll do a dex save. Okay, 16.
16? Yeah, you're both fine.
Fuck yeah. Sorry, does that mean that I've passed through the fog cloud?
Yes, I would say so.
Awesome. I'm going to shout to Fen. If you cast a spell on them, I'll give there'll be a very good chance that they fail.
Not really what I do.
Well, if you do anything to them.
Okay, cool. Can I do something to them?
I would say so.
I'd like to tackle them off the building.
You're not quite in range to do that.
I'm gonna prepare my action to do that.
Okay. Excellent. Actually, you know what I'll give you? Give me a athletics check.
Ooh.
I'm gonna call this pushing yourself. So you're going to like try to pick up the pace even more, at the risk of possibly falling behind or injuring yourself. Are you
21.
happy with that?
Yeah,
21?
Wait,
I was gonna
what?
say you're probably happy with that. Yeah. So you hear this and you're like, okay, time to lock in.
Yeah.
You start running so hard you're like holding your breath to do it. And Philibine, you watch as this absolute fucking weapon just soldiers forward, running across all the rooftops. Almost doing the like hurdle type thing of a couple of steps, like jump over like an entire change in height for a bit of a rooftop, and just keeping up pace and pace. Fen, you're now like practically on top of this dude in the cloak. Galanek,
Perfect.
you're running across the ground. What are you doing? You gonna try to climb or?
No, I'm gonna try and keep an idea of where they are from the street.
I'd say you would have heard Philomene.
Yeah. So I'm gonna keep track of where they are by just running through the street, keeping track, and I'm gonna convert my 3 sorcery points into a second level spell slot.
Okay.
Fuck yeah.
I will say with that, give me a athletics check, please.
14.
14. I'd say you fall behind a little bit here, just because you are trying to keep up pace with all these like just civilians and things in your way.
Oh,
that
yeah,
they're
why
dealing
not?
with.
I figured that much.
Guy, what are you doing?
Would I be able to be aware that
Oh,
they're off the building?
oh.
Sorry,
Am I aware that they're sort of off the building?
they're still up the building.
Still up the
They're on
building?
top of the roof. Yes.
Josh just closed the distance so that he could
Oh,
do
okay.
it next round.
I misunderstood.
So it's Matt that's on the ground still, and you're on the ground. So everyone else has gotten to the other like rooftop across this big gap. It's just you and Matt now, and you can see a Galanex kind of like pushing through people heading in a direction.
Where just any old direction from Galanek?
Galanex seems to be pursuing somebody. It's just through the crowd, and you can see Galanex looking like up at a rooftop, the one that you were trying to jump to.
Was I before the surge? Was I in what was the range that I was?
Oh, I need
at?
to. Sorry, the thing I missed from you. I do need an athletics check for me. That will tell me if you are in range or not.
I mean in range of my lovely friend.
Which friend?
Fen.
Fen? You're about 30 feet from Fen.
Can I cast guidance on Fen?
Yeah, I'll allow that.
Sweet.
Oh, okay.
Take a
Have a
D4.
D4.
And then I do that athletics check.
Yeah, technically you meant to do it before, but I forgot, so I'll let you do it
Okay.
after.
Richard, what is...
7.
7. Yeah, you fall behind, so...
How close am I though? How many feet?
So you're now back about 60 feet.
Okay.
Sorry, so what were you doing, Guy?
It's a safe bet that I'd hazard that since he was on the roof before, he would have more knowledge about what's going on the other roof, so I'm going to follow along with Galanek.
Good.
Excellent.
I feel like that makes sense.
Yeah. Can you give me an athletics check?
Unnatural 20.
Unnatural 20. Yeah, I'd say you're now in pace with Galanic because you've just spent your entire time running. Okay, top of the round. The dude is going to look at Fen. Fen, you get a brief glimpse under this hood. You can see just a blue face. And this dude is going to cast. Actually, he's going to go around a corner. Yeah, he's going to go around a corner.
Wait, aren't we on a roof?
Yes, so he's kind of like he's following like the
Around a
face.
chimney.
Yeah. So not around a chimney, but like say you're running that way down the edges of like say the like street face of the buildings, and then you've hit another street that then goes right. So he's then now going that way.
But we can still see him.
You can still see.
Very important.
He's not going to do anything. He's going to hold his action, Fen. I need you to make me an athletics check. I need to make his one first. Okay, never mind. You're in range of him now, Fen. I do need your.
Wrong happened.
I rolled a nat 1, so he fell back.
22.
22, excellent. So you're now almost in front of him. But he will use his held action to thunder wave you off the building.
Yeah.
So I'd love a con saving throw.
Okay, it's my best.
And remember, you have guidance. Can guidance go
Oh!
on?
Guidance is just ability checks, isn't it?
Dang.
Yeah.
I hope that's good enough. 19.
19. Yeah, that's fine. You take. Do you still get pushed on a successful save?
No,
No, you don't.
no.
Gotta be a
Only
good
on a
set.
failed.
Gotta be a good spell if you did though.
Oh, for
You
sure.
take 4 points of thunder damage.
God, just way to give away your position, Jesus.
Thunderwave is
Galak and
You can
I
see,
are
like, a
down
whole
there
bunch
like,
of, like-
oh, he's up there.
A whole bunch of like shingles are like thrown off the roof of the
400
building, and
feet,
people
right?
start looking up like what's going on. But yeah, what are you doing, Fen?
Good take him off the building with me.
You can tackle him off the building?
Yeah.
Give me athletics, and he's going
Yep.
to.
I've got something in my back pocket. Tell me what that roll is, still.
Me, I don't have to tell you what the roll is.
Well, you need to say if it succeeds or fails.
25.
25? That's a fail.
He fails?
He fails.
Cool, I don't have to do anything.
Yeah. So you tackle this dude off the roof. I will say
Fucking
you're
cool.
both going to forfeit your deck saving throws just due to the nature of tackling a dude off the roof.
It's fair.
Yeah, but to be fair to Fen lands on something.
Snake eyes, baby!
Snake eyes. Yeah, you both take 2 damage as you
I take
hit the
0
floor.
damage.
You have caught him.
I will come over to the edge of the roof and just like drop down next to you.
Yeah.
I mean, everyone and their mother sees
At
Fed
this
tackle
point-
this guy off.
Yeah, at this point you'd all catch up. Some of you are a lot shorter of breath and a lot more hurt than others.
Well,
But you've got this dude.
Running from the scene of the crime.
Come on. Really?
Remove this guy's hood so we get a clear look at his face.
He is blue.
And I would have gotten away with it too if it weren't for you meddling kids, you dumb dog.
You can see that this individual
Dog is
is
gone right now.
slender, quite tall,
Slenderman.
and a completely blue face. This individual is a Vidalcan.
Is this the person that was in the fight last night?
Josh is so happy.
It is.
Sorry for taking you off the roof. You didn't give me much choice.
Better start talking very quickly.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You're a terrible liar, man.
As they're doing this, I'm gonna start tying him up.
Oh, come on. You know, I can Misty Step out of this. This is, like, kind of pointless.
Yeah, but you know I'll catch you again.
It'll be your last.
You can Misty Step, I can Misty Step. He can tackle you. We can do this all day, man. Like,
What do you want?
You blow up this building. I'm gonna point back to the building that blew up. And
No.
before you think about lying, I want to point this out, and I pull out a vial of acid, a vial of poisonous plant secretion, a vial of jellyfish stingers.
Yes. Yes. Yes, we did.
We.
Yes.
Who else?
I mean, we know he was in a group. We know that.
Actually, what's your name, good sir?
I don't want to give you that.
You know what?
So,
Valid. Here's my question.
plant then?
Why? Why blow it up? It's a district completely unrelated to the beef you have with the other district.
You killed a sober fucking elf.
Yeah, I like that guy. What the hell, man?
District? What are you talking about?
This is the red one.
We blew it up because the government's run by kobolds, man.
So is this
But-
just because you don't like kobolds?
The kobolds work for, like, the dragons and shit.
The dragons have been going for years.
Yeah, that's why the kobolds are running it.
I
Obviously.
see. Maybe this is connected to the group of kobolds we saw on the road a couple days ago.
Maybe.
I check his stuff. Got anything in his robes?
Yeah, give me an investigation check.
ID, papers? The secret plot hook for the game? Investigate. Oh, God damn, thank God for the fucking guidance. 16.
Going through his stuff, you find a whole bunch of, like, anti-government propaganda leaflets about, like, the government's secretly run by the kobolds. The wars aren't the upcoming, like, conflict isn't real. There's a dragon that's still alive and it's, like, commanding all the kobolds. One of them's talking about how, like, the Chupavara royal family is secretly all kobolds.
They're all kobolds.
There's one saying that, like, the leader of Bahaven is just 3 kobolds in a
In a trench
trench
coat.
jacket of
Oh,
sorry, trench coat of polymorph.
Fucking Christ.
There's like a couple saying that, like, people go missing in Strigadel because they're, like, turned into bits for the trains that run, for, like, they're turned into fuel and we're all being just harvested for the kobolds to get more money. There's a couple things about, like, Dragonborns secretly also working with the kobolds.
Come on.
There's also a bit about the giant, like, ice, what's it called? There's a word for it. Hole in the ground. The one that's in Asylum. I forget what it's called.
Crevasse?
Yeah, the giant ice crevasse in Asylum is secretly, like, the lair for the last existing dragon. It's
Man,
just a whole bunch of nonsense.
You're a huge conspiracy theorist, man.
Even if this was true,
You murdered
Why?
people in cold blood.
even if this was true, you killed someone who had nothing to do with.
You're saying that we're messing with the official records. We're fucking with the kobold stuff.
I see.
And you're absolutely 100% certifiably positive that it is kobolds 100% guaranteed.
Yeah, man.
Jeez.
Think about it. Think about it. Look at the stuff they're doing at Chupavara. They're removing magic weapons, so we'll be less effective at getting the kobolds. Like,
You
You know what I mean?
understand that, brother?
Not coming for
What?
my guns.
What?
Come take it from
and
me.
they're banning like disguise magic, so we can't also use the same things that detect disguise magic to find the kobolds. You think of that?
Man, I thought
I didn't think you
was,
did you?
I mean,
thought I was
that
uneducated, but my
that
God.
one is kind of interesting, but wouldn't the kobolds also not be able to use disguise magic?
Yeah, but that's the thing. They are the government. They don't have to listen to the rules.
Oh, I see. I'm gonna. After a time, I'm gonna throw him on my shoulder. All right, let's go throw him. Let's go give him to the police.
What? No, don't give me the kobolds.
We're handing you over to the guard.
Unless you can pay us more.
You'll be fine. You said you
He
could
threw
fish
his
yourself. You
bag.
could just
Reese's
fish.
got, like, no
You could just
money.
fish yourself out of the guard's thing, can't you?
Oh wait.
You know what they do to talkative mages? Stop them from misty stepping out of prison, right?
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm not a mage.
Brother, I think everyone and their mother heard your spell earlier.
No, that was
Thunderwave
your
woke
spell.
up.
I don't know what you're
Are
talking about.
there any guards coming because of the
Yeah,
thunder?
how many
wave?
people are just staring
People were
at
like
you?
gathering around. At first, people were like clapping when you tackled them off because they thought it was some sort of like circus act. And then the more this dude's kind of like unraveling, the more people like taking their kids and leaving, and like
Yeah.
guards are starting to like come.
Ah,
Well, so we're
guards.
handing over.
Perfect.
As long as we can get our reward.
Sorry, what's happening?
Oh.
This
This fine gentleman here has admitted to blowing up the government building with a group of other people.
No, I have no idea what you're talking about. All right. Could you all come down for questioning? If that's all right.
Sure.
When I go through deep sleep.
So yeah, after a little bit, you're taking down to a different kind of like official building. This one has like a small little jail cell attached. I'm sure one of you would share that the dude's a mage.
Does he ever leave our line of sight at any point? Like, is
He
separated
would
from us?
at this point when they tie him up
been
with
replaced
some
by-
manacles and they also gag him.
He's being
But
replaced
is
by
he
kobolds.
still with us, or has he been taken away?
He's being taken away. So if you want to
Cool.
do anything,
As he's being taken away, I'm gonna telepathically send him a message and just be like, "You were right about everything."
you just hear,
You know what's so fucked up is that I was thinking of doing something very similar as well.
No, but it works because I'm dragonborn.
Yeah.
You guys are fucked. You guys are fucked.
he just kind of struggles, and he's struggling enough that another two guards come to help this dude take him away. And they take him away.
Caleb's elbow made an appearance.
Really send that guy off the deep end.
All right. So, this crazy blew up the building, did he?
That's what he told us. Apparently, there's more of them.
Shit.
If you check his bag, you'll see he's got a whole bunch of.
You see the dude, like, the guard reaches down, like, pulls the bag over and starts going through.
Ridiculous anti-government
Anti-kobold propaganda.
propaganda. Isn't it just stupid?
I mean, I can understand not liking kobolds, but this is...
Next level.
Yeah.
And on the more personal note, to make matters worse for us, the building he blew up, we had just teleported into the city and registered there. So now the source of our registration is gone.
No, your registration was put through.
It was put
That
through.
would be fine.
Brilliant.
I'm so sorry for that poor man who was working, like, very dedicated to his job. He deserves so.
Pursuing sobriety in a city of alcohol.
Hmm.
Truly a brave man.
For the Red District, absolutely. But this is concerning some of these things this man is saying. You're saying there's more of them.
That's what he said.
Yeah, apparently he got into a bar fight last night with an orc.
At least two
Uh,
people
uh,
carried him off.
Yeah, apparently a group of them came and carried him off, and apparently they were all wearing similar clothing. So,
This is concerning.
mm.
So, just your names quickly.
Guy.
Galadak.
Guy, Yelnick,
Philomene, Menthos.
Philomene,
And that's Fen.
Fen. Excellent.
He's thinking about a long lost lover right now.
I like this bit about the tip of our royalty being kobolds. It's quite funny.
It's definitely out there.
Mm. Oh, sorry, introductions. Name's Leonis, and you'll stick a hand across the table for a handshake.
Jonas.
Yeah. Pleasure. Yeah, I'll shake his hand.
Absolutely, I do.
I'm the man. I say man. I'm the guardsman, kind of in charge of investigating what happened.
Well, I hope
Yeah.
that we've been of help.
Well, it certainly seems like they're not. It wasn't based on the recent war announcement. It sounds like that was
No.
much more general to the city, so
Hmm.
it brings up concerns for.
I think the more concerning bit is I don't think the news of this is going to really stop those two fighting anyway.
No, it'll probably galvanize them because martyrdom or something crazy like that.
Galvanized word of the
Okay.
day.
I think the more concerning bit is even if we brought this out all there to try to discredit it, I'm sure some crazies will point at some of these, say they're true, and then continue the fight, like the crevasse being where a dragon lives. I think that's the type of crazy thing that would actually excite some people.
That, or even they would say that you said that that these people were crazy conspiracy theorists, so that it would get them off the trail of whatever's actually going on.
I mean,
Possibly.
you work for the government. They're not going to believe you.
No, I'm a kobold. You're right.
Yeah, we're all kobolds secretly.
Inside check.
Actually,
Yes.
go for it.
I'm sorry. I know you said it. I missed it.
I would love it if he actually was
Leonis.
a kobold.
Leonis.
That would be fucking hilarious. What did you get?
21.
21? That's pretty good. He is in fact not a kobold, as far as you can tell.
Bah!
He's three
However-
kobolds.
Three kobolds in a
However,
trench
with
coat.
your check, you would have noticed he's being very, very observant and very, very critical of all of you. And
Should we
when
have a lawyer
he
present?
has stopped to look at you, Fen, you noticed he did actually write something down.
That's fun. Can I try and get a look at it? What do you write down?
Perception check. Do you want to do it stealthily?
Yes.
Your choice of sleight of hand or stealth.
Definitely not fucking stealth. It's a disadvantage. Hey, that's good. That's good. 16 with the -3.
Sleight of hand?
Yeah.
Yeah, and that perception check, please.
Perception, yep. Unnatural 20.
Unnatural 20?
Unnatural.
Unnatural. As you are reading it, which I will send you now.
Thanks, Rummy.
Now about that reward.
Big money, big women, big fun. Back.
I'm not a big fan of the government. 30 on 30 on 30. Oh, that's weird. Why is the emoji for our Ophmund Discord chat a dragon?
Weird.
The dragons have been dead for thousands of years.
No,
It's in
not a
honor of
dragon.
them.
It's not a dragon. It's Galanek.
Why do you think he's called Why do you think he's called Galanek? Because he got neck for real.
For real,
He
for real.
got neck.
Bro built like a giraffe.
That's not what I thought you meant.
He's like a giraffe. What that neck do?
What the neck?
Whatever you want.
As you look over and read what it is, you look up and he's staring straight into your eyes. Nervous?
Into your soul.
Of you or in general?
Depends which one you should be more nervous of.
I don't think
Well,
so.
this conversation took a very ominous turn.
I do my job properly.
Well, I hope so.
Two of you have records. One of you sort of has records. One of you doesn't.
Okay.
Right. Are there any problems?
Yes. One of you have falsified documents for signing it.
Do you need records? When you're only like 16.
You're fine. You're the weird one. You're okay. I've got an extenuating report on you that disregards that. You're fine.
Oh, there you go.
But you, and he's going to point towards Fen. Different matter.
And what would that different matter be?
Well, looking through the documents you've given us, and even a decent bit around it, checking even just for marginal errors of clerical error, checking zeros against sixes, checking a little bit around the date in case you exaggerated. We don't have anyone with your name and date from Otrov in our records.
Perhaps your records are incomplete.
No.
Impossible.
You know, Otrov's a big place.
I'm sure it is.
There's a lot of wood elves there that sometimes just don't take correct clerical, I guess.
I believe you if you elves weren't so particular. If you were from Ikavar, I might believe you a little bit more, but you're not. Otrov has some of the best records I've seen ever kept in Ophmund.
You know what they say? Us wood elves, we fall into two different categories. Connected
What
to the
those?
land and connected to the magic.
You gonna elaborate on that one?
I'm not sure what my parents obviously didn't do my records properly, or whoever brought me in. That's all I can tell you.
So if I were to detain you and your friends for a week to check
Someone in charge?
said records, I would find them then.
could.
Would you be willing for me to do that?
Or you could look the other way. I have helped this city very much, haven't I?
You have.
And I could continue to do it.
As for your friend's concerns of what charges, you've brought me a conspiracy nut and someone that doesn't exist in a very, very quick span of time. What if I'm to believe that you're part of this and trying to worm your way into good graces?
Why would we do any of this?
That's what I'm trying to figure
Why
out.
not
But your
simply just
friend
leave?
doesn't exist.
Okay.
I mean, we just want to get to Corin, man.
Josh,
Yes.
roll me a persuasion check.
Can do.
I think this is a bit past the point of deceiving.
Thank God. Thank God I put points in it.
Not a big fan of the government.
24.
24. He's gonna look at you,
Good fucking roll.
and he's gonna pull out of his pocket a small pebble, that has an almost like ceramic kind of orange color to it. He's going to push it over the table with one finger towards you. Mind keeping that on you?
Do I recognize this item?
Give me an Arcana check.
It's what I do. I make Arcana checks. It's what I do.
It's what they do.
Nat 20 plus
Nat 20.
7.
You have never seen one of these before, but you've seen things very similar to it.
Hooray.
This is a sending stone. That's not the bit you've never seen before. The bit you've
guess it
never
would be
seen
just a
before
Watching
this
stone?
this is a sending stone that allows one of the stones to request the other one's location.
Okay.
Pick it up. In my bag.
Thank you for your hard work. He's gonna reach across the table, shake your hand, but like upper forearm shake.
Mhm.
And he'll snap his fingers, and someone's gonna come over and just put a 200 piece gold pouch on the desk, which he'll then pass over to you.
And I assume we'll be able to leave the district now?
Might take a day, but should be able to.
Thank you.
We'll
very
get
much.
some more info out of this one and find his friends, don't you worry.
Thank you very much, Leonis.
Good. I don't need my people's name besmirched any more than it already is.
Fair enough. And he's gonna walk out of the room.
Cool.
And with
So-
that, you're back out into the city.
So, mystery man, shall we find an inn to stay the night?
That would be great. And then we leave the city as quick as possible.
Agreed. We're gonna get her back to her magical academy so she can get rejected by the headmaster again.
Fuck off.
Eh. Alrighty. Should we get back to Marvin? He seems like a nice guy.
Yes.
Cool.
Yes, I'd be very happy to stay there again.
Nice to be amongst friends.
Also, are we dividing
and
this gold up? Are we dividing this gold up evenly? By the way.
Yes.
Important question.
I'll split it up 4 ways.
Hooray!
Perfect.
50 gold.
That's
50
50
gold
each.
each. Hooray!
Yeah.
And when you got a minute, I just want to talk to you quickly.
Oh, I have nothing but time.
And once we're a decent way away, I would just be like, I recognize that magical item. It's a sending stone, but it can request location. I would, while it's on you, assume that we are being
Can do.
There's a very good chance he's only did that because I told them where we were going. So I think as long as we go where we said we were going, we'll be fine.
But I hope that we don't get swept off course by anything. I wonder if you
Hopefully.
can communicate, reverse engineer it magically. Surveilling it.
I mean, you were able to downcast a level 1 spell, so
Yeah.
probably.
Is that something you would like to look into?
Not presently. We'll do it once we get out of this.
Back in the bag.
Last thing we need is for it to like I've heard of these devices that can be used to stop people in their house when they're under house arrest. And they have mechanisms to prevent. And wouldn't want it to be something like.
That's crazy.
Yeah, there was a tale of a guy who chopped his off and went on a.
He drove a carriage into a McDonald's, didn't he?
He did. He did.
What is McDonald's?
I'm very confused.
It's a tavern chain.
It's a chain of taverns. Yeah, it's pretty prominent in Ichabod.
Ah, I see.
Haven't spent much time there. No.
No,
They use the heat of the swamps to have the stoves at always a hot temperature, so the food comes out faster.
Very
I
quickly.
see.
Something
I
tells
fucking
me.
hate that you're canonizing this. And
Something tells me that it's probably not as hot as people think it is. I think I might stick away from swamp food.
It is hot,
No
but it gets
offense.
cold quickly.
Have they ever had a situation where the drink's been so hot they've been sued?
Oh my god.
One
Kinda
time,
sounds like
many years
sounds-
ago.
It sounds like a place where the desserts aren't always available.
It was that bean juice that Philomene was talking about.
Yes. They do serve bean juice. Very hot. Magic bean juice.
Ah, so it's a noble establishment.
One of the
I feel
finest
like it- I
dining
feel like it-
experiences.
I feel like it sounds like it's trying to be, but I don't know if I'm convinced.
Oh my god.
Just don't have the coconut pineapple loaf. No one likes that.
Oh, I see.
Noted.
Okay.
So how do you
Did I
feel
get
about
my rope?
McDonald's
Did I get my
being
rope
down,
back,
Dom?
Dom?
Huh?
Did they give me my rope back?
I would say they would.
Yay! At
If
least
it was
if I'm
any
on-
of the fuckers mentioning McDonald's, I may have reconsidered, but that's alright.
at least they've been on their shit list, but at least I got my rope back.
Yeah.
Hey, they just want to know that we're going where we say we're going. It's fine, right? Definitely
I'm
not.
just gonna add to my notes that we've canonized McDonald's.
Yeah, I'll add that
definitely.
to
If
it.
we ever go to Ichabod, I'm definitely asking if there's a McDonald's around.
Yeah. Yes, it was started by the McDonald brothers.
No, it's McDonald's, run by two dwarves.
You fucking
love that so
bastards.
Is that it?
This is by far the stupidest thing we've ever canonized in a campaign. Let's be honest.
I don't know.
By far.
In Tomb of Annihilation, we canonized real world New York.
That's pretty good. That's pretty
But it was you had to go through a strange portal.
You did have to go through a strange portal.
That's not as cool.
So with that, is there anything else you wish to do while you're in the Red
You
District?
better drop the McDonald's on the map in Ichabod. Quick session.
I mean, to be
So I'll be
fair,
honest with you,
there
I
was a
need to get
religious
outta here.
site I never did the work on. That can be where the
And you
McDonald's
do,
started.
you
It's
do
not even.
sleep-
It's not even a
you
tavern.
do
It's a modern
sleep in
McDonald's
giant,
that's fallen
like,
into
baking
disrepair.
pan. You sleep in a giant baking pan, and your god can just be Ronald McDonald.
Knowing what their god
devil
is, you're
the
kind of
hamburger.
close.
It's not even that, like the side is lit up with the light spell. It's actual electricity.
So besides McDonald's, is there anything else people would like to do in the Red District?
No, we gotta go to the green or the black district and see if they have pop up.
We can't leave the district yet.
Can I see if I can find a general store or a blacksmith, please?
Oh, absolutely, you
Yeah,
can
sure.
find a blacksmith. I won't make you check. You could probably like walk out of the place you were in, look across the road, and see a blacksmith.
Yeah, Galanek might stock up on rations. I
Yeah.
think.
Well, I count rations in your weekly costs, so you won't have to
Yeah, but that's probably
Yeah.
to go out your way to do that.
Yeah.
But going into this tavern, let's see which one you get.
Hell.
So you find one, and you can see that the dude's forge, there's like lava that's flowing like down a little spout. And you can see it's broken at the end, and the dude's hurriedly trying to stop it dripping down like the street drain currently. Fuck, shit. Wizards! You two, casters, either of you have, move earth. Or mending.
I'm so sorry. I don't have mold earth or mending.
No cantrips.
Dragonborn, mending.
Nope. Sorry, man.
Anything that can help me fix my forge.
Fire?
What do you need fixed?
The end of that, and you can see where it's like dripping out. Metal tube. There's some bolts in it have broken, and it's now leaking lava out into the street, which is a finable offense.
So you just need it unclogged?
I need it to stop leaking. I need to fix it.
I can make you better at fixing things.
That feels somewhat condescending.
I can cast a spell on you that slightly improves your abilities and increases your chance of.
I'm sadly not fireproof, and that's the bit I'm having issues with. Anything? Anyone?
The best I could do for you is make the pipe cold and hope that causes some shit to happen. That's all I got, man.
Well, I think that's going to break it.
That's what
Hang on, let me get a bucket. He just walks out the back of his shop, comes back, sticks a bucket under it, and you can see the bottom of the bucket immediately starts to start glowing orange. I don't think that's going to work for very long. Anyway, how can I help you? Sorry about that.
You're just gonna ignore it?
For now. Name's Getty.
Fen, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Welcome to Getty's Goods.
I'm looking for a longsword and maybe some better armor.
Yeah, I can get you a longsword.
Or maybe a rapier.
I can get you one of those.
I feel like rapier fits me better.
And I'm looking for full plate armor that is approximately 57 gold.
Let me have a look at what I've got.
He's the greatest man alive if he sells you full plate armor for 57
It'd be
gold.
like scrap metal full plate that's like 15 AC, no bone.
Yeah.
So, how much did you want to spend?
That's to you, Jay.
That's you, Fen.
No. The man that wanted full plate for absolutely nothing.
Oh, 57 gold.
57. I've got some fucked up chainmail that would be about 50.
Give me a sec.
If you learn the mending spell, it won't be fucked up anymore.
Good deal.
It's an excellent.
Take probably a bit to
Where do I
fix it,
learn my
but
next cantrip?
I'll get some one day.
Yeah, no.
Stoically.
You taking it?
No.
Oh wait. You said longsword, rapier.
Yeah, rapier, please.
Rapier. Hang on. Yes, found it. 25 gold pieces.
Yeah, sure. Would you be interested in taking any of this stuff? And I'll present him my haul of goods. Studded leather armor, scimitar, 2 daggers.
I'll trade it.
That works to me.
Sweet. You watch as he immediately throws the 2 daggers into the lava bucket. And the scimitar. Actually, hang on, let me check that. Yeah, he does that, and the bucket, like, tips over, and he, like, hurriedly, like, picks it back up and, like, puts it up straight again. Oops. Anything else I can help you with? Armor, you said you wanted armor as well, didn't you?
Yes, if you have anything better than my ring mail.
I still got that fucked up chainmail.
I have no way of repairing it.
Still better than ringmail.
How fucked up are we talking?
Just a few couple dings and holes in it where someone got hit with an arrow, broke some chains. Still good, better than ringmail, but not as good as normal chainmail.
Yeah, sure. What would you take for it if I throw in the ring mail as well?
How good's your ringmail looking?
I've only worn it once and only in one fight. Well, no, I've never. No, it's never been worn. It's never been fought in.
Did you forget to put it on?
Well, I have it on, but we got it from the at the end of the thingy.
Ah, that's right. You've worn it though?
I have, yes.
Ah, it makes it secondhand. They can smell it, you know.
That's fair.
I say they like you're not they. Anyway, you throw in the chainmail. I'll do it for you. 15 gold pieces.
15?
15.
Yeah, that sounds good to me.
Yep. So you've got damaged chainmail. It's an AC of 15.
Better than mine.
Traveling solo is an adventure. With unlimited data in over 200 destinations, traveling solo.
You want a shield or anything? You can do
No,
shields.
I can't use one.
That's a shame.
Well, I could, but I'd be significantly worse.
Fair enough. Not too.
Unless, of
worried.
course, you have bucklers that you can attach to your forearms while still swinging around weapons.
No, I don't have those. Sorry. I've got a net.
Oh, how much for the net?
I'm not giving you to sleep in it.
Oh,
Looks comfy. Is it
It's
strung
not.
up like a hammock?
Yeah. You get it. You understand, don't you? You've got a bit of a vibe to you compared to the others. You're from Hermetis, aren't you?
Me? Yes.
Yeah. The others are quite not startled, but new to this. While you're kind of like, yeah, makes sense.
Sure, I'm pretty hard to rattle, I guess.
All right. Anyway, anything else you all need?
I think I'm good. Thank you so much.
I'm alright, thank you.
Sweet.
I'm
I'm gonna
sorry I
keep
couldn't-
hollering at people till I find another mage with mending.
Best of luck. Speaking of which, I need to go and get some magical supplies for transcribing new spells because I just got fucking money. Let's go. Is there a store nearby where I can...
Give me a perception check.
Ooh, 17 plus 2 is 19.
With a 19, having a quick look around, you do spot a shop by the name of Rune Carver's Worth.
Rune Carver's work?
Worth.
Worth.
And it looks like to be a pretty interesting shop compared to a lot of other shops around. It actually has windows, but like quite large windows, so like almost from like floor to ceiling against the front wall. And you can see that there are a variety of different little magic items, potions, that sort of thing on the other side.
Don't get distracted. I just need transcription materials, I say to
You gonna hop in?
Yeah, I'll step inside. What's it like?
So walking in, you can see a variety of different kind of like the best way I can think of it to explain it. You know how they have like the bread trays in say bakeries where there's like the racks of things and then like bits you slide out.
Mm-hmm.
Most of the store is that, and you can see that they just get pushed around and replaced quite consistently. And then if you were to just walk up to one and slide it out, you can see there's magic items sitting on these trays. And there's a lot of stuff everywhere.
Ooh, I say immediately going over to the magic items.
And popping out from behind the counter, you can see a female dwarf. Hi there,
Hello.
laddies. What are you doing today? Can I help you?
I'm here looking for some supplies for transcribing into my spell book. So some really
we've
nice
got a couple
paper
of
and some
those.
high quality inks.
Yeah, I can get all of that for you. That's not too hard.
That would be wonderful. Are there any particular items?
What was that, sorry?
Are there any items here as well that you think would be of interest to me?
From what you're saying, I'm gathering you're a scholar? Yes.
Yes.
We are doing a deal for today, so if you buy 2 scrolls, you get 1 for free, so long as it's the same quality level of spell.
Oh.
So that could
Okay, I'll have to have a look
intrigue you.
around.
Otherwise, looking through my wares for today. What kind of budget range are you in?
For
How much would you want to spend?
in total, including transcription stuff, I've got about 50 gold pieces.
50 gold pieces.
Not a lot. Just mostly looking to top up. If I can't afford scrolls today, I can't afford. It's fine.
Yes, sadly, there's not much I think we have under 50.
Yep.
I have a potion of healing that's at 57 gold pieces, which is close to what you're saying. I've also got a little baggie here of Dust of Dryness, but that's all the way up to 138 gold pieces. In terms of scrolls in your kind of price range, we've got a Scroll of Lightning Lure for 23 gold pieces, a Scroll of Mending for 25 gold pieces.
Oh.
I also have some +1 ammunition, which I don't think you particularly want, but that's there.
No, not for me.
Other than that,
Scroll of Mending.
yes.
That's curious because you can't copy cantrip scrolls into your spellbook, so
Oh.
that would just be purely one-time use, right?
Correct. They're popular. They've been quite popular this month to help fix dings in stuff.
Right. Well, I know someone across the road who could. Do you know your neighbor?
Oh, Getty?
Yeah, over at the forge.
Yes, I know Getty. I reported him last time his forge was leaking into the street. So
Well,
we
it's
had a
happening.
customer step out in some brand new elven boots of striding.
Of
Step straight
course,
into
it's
the
happening
lava.
again. But if you know the mending spell, you could.
I do. I might pop over there later. I'll think about it.
Yes.
He doesn't like me very much.
Oh, well, maybe
Wouldn't
you'll
know
like
why.
him more if you fix up his forge.
Possibly. He might also tell me to get fucked again.
Maybe. Well, I'm glad we didn't help him. He sounds
Well,
like.
he's usually quite nice. I think it's just me he has a problem with.
Oh. Well, yes. I would love 50 gold pieces of all the pristine inks and experimental spell components that I need to transcribe spells.
Yep. Hang on. She just kind of ducks behind the desk, comes out, and just puts it. A fairly large, kind of well-wrapped package with like string tied up. 2 piles. One with a black kind of ribbon around it. The other one with a white ribbon. So the black ones are your breakables, the black string. The white ones are your more firm items.
Perfect. Thank you so very much.
No worries. And can I help any of you others? with this?
And I'll give 50 gold pieces and a 1 piece.
Thank you. Did anyone else want to look at the magic items?
I'm sorry, my headset died. I have no idea what was just discussed.
You're in a magic shop.
I think I'm too poor for magic items right now.
So this is enough to transcribe first level spell. Is that
50
correct?
gold pieces.
Yeah.
I believe for you, yes.
Wait. Hold on.
Because
let me
you're
check
halved. Your thing's halved, isn't it?
Oh, if my thing's half, then it's enough for a two.
I'd recommend double checking the subclass, but I think you have the half.
Yeah, I'll double check the subclass.
So Josh, did you want to look at any of the magic items?
Always. Even if I can't afford them, I love magic items.
So there's some scrolls. There's a pellet of dust of dryness.
Oh yeah.
There's some healing potions, potion of climbing. Mostly scrolls. It looks like this shop has. There is a lovely set of mithril half plate. A great sort of sharpness, kind of like sitting with it.
What's the price tag on the half plate, Dom?
Half plates. Yeah, I don't think you can afford it. 1790 gold pieces.
A pretty good price.
Okay. So the way that the class works is everything's just at regular cost. Which is 50 gold pieces per level and 2 hours per level. If I want to do something that's outside of the wizard class, it's double the cost.
Perfect. Okay.
So it's enough for 50 gold is enough for 1 first
level. Got
it. And I'm gonna
nothing in my price range.
I'd say with that, you will slowly leave the shop, wishing that you had enough gold to buy some of these goodies.
If only. Maybe in the future.
Maybe in the future. And with that, I'd say you make your way back towards Wall in the Hall. On the way back, I would love for someone that isn't Jay, because Jay already did one for me, to roll me a d6.
Okay.
Jay is deep in thought.
6.
6.
Yeah.
As you're going through, you pass a lovely looking bathhouse.
What's it called?
It would be called, I have to find the name.
We're having a spa episode?
Possibly. That's how we end.
If you wish.
End the episode with a spa. I mean, I could use with a spa. It's been a while since I've bathed properly.
It's called A Stone's Throw.
I mean, we got time to kill, right?
Oh my god. Is it going to be like an authentic hot springs spa like we have back at home?
I don't know. But I would certainly take the opportunity to have a proper bathe. It's been a minute.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. As much as prestidigitation gets a trick done, it's nowhere near as...
What about you two?
Why not?
I'm a bit scared to go into water.
Oh, maybe you can go and meet Marvin and book a room if you don't want to bathe?
I think I might.
Up to you. Okay. That's fair. But yeah, I mean, sure. I guess we'll see you back at the room then, guy. I'm sorry you're missing out. It would have been nice to have you, but I understand.
I'd hate to just get in the water and then just diffuse.
Not be able to get out. Yeah, not be able to get out. It's so fair, man. So fair. All right. All right, you two, let's go see what this is about. Galnick's gonna walk in.
So as you walk in, immediately opening the door, you can see on the left and right of you there are what look like large copper barrels, and you can see that there is 4 of them, and you can see there is a dwarf sitting in each one, and you can see just their head sitting above the water, and it's bubbling and looks quite nice and warm.
Sorry,
Ah.
for a second. I'm back.
It's just barrels.
It's
at-
barrels.
At the opposite side to the door, you can see that there is a hostess who is running the joint, and you can see that to the left and right there are changing rooms. Hi there. How can I help you? Welcome to a stone's throw.
I was hoping it would be like an authentic hot springs spa.
We have something similar. We obviously we can't bring well, this we can't make a hot spring here, but we can
Oh.
bring the style. We do have a underground heating pump of sorts, which brings up heated water. So it's not quite the spring water, but it is certainly hot and from the earth. And that's up the back. The barrels up the front are more just for a quick wash if you need it.
How much would it be to go in the back?
At the back, it is public, so it is both genders and many people. Why can't
And
I
is
get
it
the
a clothes optional sort of situation?
yes.
Okay.
Although you're more than welcome to wear a towel if you wish. But for the cleaning barrels up the front, they're about a copper piece per 20 minutes. For at the back, it's just a silver coin.
Well, I want to try this out the back thing, seeing as it's...
Same. I haven't had a good hot springs bath in so long.
You've hyped this up. I'm very curious.
And I will hand over.
Likewise.
Excellent. I'll just ask you put your name in the book here.
Yeah, drop me name down.
Also curious, for 1 copper piece, would you like to go into the daily running for a proper? I always struggle with explaining this. It's a like a lucky dip. We pick the name from the bucket. We've got one of those at the back that we're putting tickets in, and she gestures towards one of the copper buckets. And then once we're done, we're going to pick a couple of names from the bucket, and then whichever names we pull up will get to go on a trip to some of the proper hot springs up in Hemedis, funded by us.
Oh my goodness. How many people have entered today?
Quite a few. I think it's something like maybe 40, 46.
How far up into Hemedis are you heading?
We're looking for some of the genuine places up near, oh, I'm forgetting the name of it now. Near Sehen Kale.
Ah.
Or Valdera. I'm not sure. We're still deciding between the two, depending on which one has the
And
appropriate
how are
amount
you
of
getting
ticket
there?
spots. We'll be doing by caravan.
Oh, we might not have the time, unfortunately.
Yeah, we need to get you back to your magical school.
But it is
Yeah.
only a copper piece.
I hear you, but we wouldn't.
We have other
Mm.
business that's rather urgent, unfortunately.
In the opposite direction.
Yes.
Oh, that's a shame.
It is.
Yes.
But
Well,
here's
either
silver
way.
anyway.
Oh, thank you. I do hope you enjoy the baths. And if any of the old people are being a bother, do let me know and I will get the stick.
Oh, there's a bonking stick. Let's go.
Perfect.
And I think that's where we're gonna leave it for today.
Oh.
We level.
No. Actually, everyone that went to the bar house levels. No.
What a crazy session.
I hope you enjoyed it.
Yeah, wait, what happens? What happens if a guy touches water?
The water touches him back.
Do you
Right.
just like, do you float? Do you?
I mean, there's
'Cause you-
nothing in the racial differences. You can't.
Are you an
swim in water.
oil-based life form?
No, I'm probably water based.
So, okay.
Did everybody have fun?
Yeah.
Great.
You enjoy
Very
the
dramatic.
kobold
The
dude?
kobold conspiracy man that I definitely
I
egged
need
on
to-
psychically. It was very funny.
I
Mm,
should probably go and continue resting.
probably a good idea.
But
That guy's gonna be losing
Thanks
his
so much
fucking
for-
mind the entire time.
Real question is,
Mhm.
how are we going to steal that mithril half plate next session?
Bastard.
Yes. Should definitely steal it when we're already under surveillance. Absolutely the play.
you say mithril half plate?
I mean, I had a plan, but then Dom said no.
I respect it. I'm glad
Hmm.
Dom has a good head on his shoulders. Knowing you're
guy.
playing with some shenanigans.
Just a wee bit. Just a little bit of falsely accusing someone else.
Alright, I'm gonna go.
See you, gamer.
Yeah.
Bye. Yeah,
I have
for me, the interesting
Yeah.
thing for me was like you were like, yeah, I have records on 2 of you, half records on 1, and I'm like, who's the half records person? I was very curious.
Hmm.
I knew who the no records person was. I just didn't know who the half records person was gonna be. If it was gonna be me or a guy. I guess it was me.
No, it was me.
Oh, it was you. I thought.
Because
Yeah,
I'm only 16.
Ah, right. Yes.
Little boy.
Yep.
But my birthday is 60 plus years ago.
Weird. Weird how that works. Okay. It didn't make much sense for it to be me, because I don't think Galnek's ever been that secretive.
Hmm.
It just does work for hire.
But I hope everyone enjoyed the session.
It was good. It was
Enjoyed
good
your-
fun.
Balls in my mouth.
Fair enough, honestly.
We love a bit of kobold conspiracy theorists.
Oh, I should probably
Yeah.
stop recording.